headphones on. All right, yo, Sneak This Podcast, episode 212. George Gregg back in the building. Appreciate everybody who liked, subscribed, share. Appreciate everybody who enjoyed the episode last week with Maul. That was dope of him to give time on his Saturday night to hang out with us two wackos. Shows that today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have a guest a little bit earlier for just a short amount of time. We're going to have Justin from HATCLUB. He's a hat designer for HATCLUB. I guess does exclusives and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about him. I was telling George earlier, like, you know, sneakerheads, we're caught up in our own thing that we don't even understand or even aware of other genres out there that are just as difficult to be a part of their lifestyle as it is sneakers. So talk to them about that, get a little insight on that. We know a lot of our listeners, you know, one thing with us, you can see our hats all the time. A lot of our listeners are always asking about our hats and where we get our hats and stuff like that. And so it'd be good to hear a bit about that. Today, the finale of the top 50 sneakers, you know, so we get to finally hear how our lists compare. I'm going to tell you something. I wrote down my list.
Reebok Legacy Class. Number one.
I went back to, I wrote down my list so I could have it in hand versus in my phone. And I was like, fam, my list is fired. No. My 10, I was like, oh, okay, no. I thought I might have to change one out, and I can't. I will say this, though.
The last 10 is not even arguable. It's going to be stuff that's automatic. I mean, I know you put nostalgia in there, but...
no, because I didn't put nostalgia in there. I put it in there because I feel that way about them.
No, but you were not wearing it right now, so...
It's not about what I would wear now. It's top 50 sneakers ever to me.
Nostalgia.
It's not nostalgia, because I still have phones. I'd wear phones.
You ain't wearing phones.
With short shorts, you can wear phones now. That's the thing that you're not understanding. You can do anything you want with. Fam, I'm wearing the first Kobe's. I'm wearing rookie Kobe's. I'm wearing top 10 2000s. They look just fine.
Yes, you can do anything you want.
You can do anything you want when you wear short shorts. The shortnomics is real, and that's facts. You wear LeBrons, you can do anything you want. But this is the finale today, so we're doing 10 through 1. We did from 50 through 11 various episodes. I don't even know the numbers of the episodes. One of them we took up a large block. But we appreciate everybody who's stuck around and hung out with us. George, got any pickups, anything this week?
Air Max 1 greens, evergreens. I sent you that screenshot. Somebody accepted my offer on
that's right.
GOAT. I thought it was a good price. It looks like they're coming down even more, so hopefully like what I paid doesn't end up looking like ridiculous, because after the lowest pair was $230 and I offered $212, and obviously with all these panic sellers out here that just panic and sell, you could get some steals here and there, but then I looked like yesterday or something and then the lowest pair was $213. So hopefully it doesn't go to like $185 or something.
Saying something like that is hating.
Nope, because
that means you hating on us.
Already caught.
That means you hating on everybody else who could get it for cheaper.
I've sent you pairs at like $200 and you said no.
You're right, because I don't want to pay that much for them. First of all, you told me you weren't paying $200 for an Air Max 1. Exactly. That was your number, $200.
I told Sock that I would pay $225, and I got them for $212. So
no, well, you told me $200. You said I would not pay $200 for Air Max 1.
It was not even real money. It's GOAT credit from selling SBs, fam.
Money is money.
Nah, I mean, it's basically swapping out an SB for that I'm aware. Why wouldn't I?
SB might be better.
Nah, not what I sold. Not what I was selling, and stuff that doesn't even fit either. Nah, fam, mint reds. They're not better than, and I could have got 3 pairs for the price I sold mint reds. They're not better.
Mint SBs might be better than those.
No, they're not.
That's debatable.
Fam, don't do this because you said you wanted those.
I did.
Yeah.
But I'm no longer buying them now. So, because I no longer participate in Nike raffles or sneaker raffles. So,
I'm not going to comment on that. You can expound on that later.
That's going to be later. Like, literally, I can feel the vein in my head right now. I can feel it through my hat. I buy 7 3/8. I probably towards 7 1/2 now because I got 2 veins on the side of my head from dealing with Kobe stuff and sneakers and Nike. I am absolutely not dealing with any of it the rest of the year. None of it. No. None of it. No. So, and that's facts. I'm not going to put myself through it. No. What else you got?
I don't know when. Okay, so we say this all the time. I don't know when. I know when we were here last, but we didn't do pickups that Saturday episode.
All right.
So the last time we were here for a regular episode was 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if I said Pleasures Reebok Legacy.
I feel like you did, but I don't remember.
Flames.
Oh, we did at the end of the show. Remember you said, I was going to say what we bought at the very end of the mall episode. You said, well, I was going to say what you copped this today.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we did.
And shout out Ric Flair.
Shout out to the homie Ric Flair. Woo!
For the blue pair. And then I got Hannah the one that's like Laker colors, which I wish it was a men's shoe because I would have bought that one.
I don't know how many I bought from him. 2 or 3.
2 and 2.
I only bought 2?
He had 6 pairs in the box when he sent me the picture, and 2 were 11s, 1 was a 12, and the rest were 9.5s. But one was a women's 9.5.
One of the 11s is mine. So.
Oh, what do you?
Because I had a 9.5. I got a women's one too, I think.
Oh, maybe it is then. I saw the 11. I just assumed it was a men's shoe, but maybe it is women's.
Well, whose would it be? Oh, maybe it's his.
His.
Oh.
He said I bought some too.
But it was 2 11s.
Yes.
I think he got 1. But then I bought 1.
Yes, I'm assuming
actually,
he just
I have no idea.
2.
Who knows? Huh? I could check the text thread. I could, but I have no idea.
All right. So I copped the OG blue one, the Pleasures one, which is dumb fire. It's all suede, just like a little bit of mesh on the toe box or whatever. It's better than the normal pairs because the normal pairs got like shiny leather on them because I got that pair from Finish Line in.
Oh.
That one I just put on StockX just to make my money back because there was no other pairs on there. So we'll see if it sells. If it doesn't, I'm returning it because the Pleasures pair is like the same color and better. So ain't no reason to keep the other one.
Talking about that, like
the one that you posted
red.
a picture. You posted a picture of it.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know you were gonna do that because I sent you a dusty ankle with no sock on. So
anytime you send me a picture of a sneaker, I'm assuming that's why. Because you would never.
Nah, fam.
No, you would.
Not if I send dusty ankle pics.
Not on foot. You would hold it up like they'll take a picture of it, but on foot, I'm like, oh, sure, you want to post it?
Yeah, because you said these suck, so I had to prove to you that on foot picture is fire, and now I got them on today. Damn.
Yeah, so you sent me a picture of a dusty ankle and want me to think it's fire. I will tell you something. No, you were right about stance, invisible socks. I wore a pair today.
Oh yeah,
Never slipped.
Stayed up.
Ankles strong now.
Pause.
They stayed up. Never moved. Never shifted. Never moved. Never. I went with Vans. Didn't do a thing.
If you say stayed up, you gotta say pause.
Nah, that's a good thing, fam. We getting older.
All right. I copped. I don't know if I said this on that show. I copped Air Max Daisy. They suck. Super suck.
Wait a minute. You talking about the one that's like white with
Air Max 1 Daisy? I mean, I copped them because it was a 12.5 and I had a code. So I was
girls,
like, well, I sold it. So I mean, sold that. Copped the Space Hippie Women's pink one because I got them early. I may have said this last episode.
Your size?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sold that one. And the other day I copped an Australia Presto and already sold that. I haven't got it yet.
Where'd you get the Australia Presto from?
But don't tell anyone I said that. Because I just admitted that I sold it before I got it in. Oh, well.
I mean, where do you get it from?
Where'd I get it from?
Yeah.
Noter did 25% off. Whatever.
Oh, really?
So I got it under retail. I didn't even think the code would work on that because it was only 1 pair left apparently because after I checked out, it went to out of stock, like all of them.
Them drugs are fire. I
haven't seen them in person. Before. We'll see it. I like the look of the shoe. I just don't know. Like, I understand the stars are for the flag. I just don't understand why it's on there. Stupid.
I mean, it's Australia. I mean, what else are you going to put on it?
Just nothing. Just the color. You still can call it Australia.
What is the star? What is it? Just for the... Cause that's not the flag of Australia.
Yeah, it is.
No, the flag of Australia is red. Almost look like British.
No, man, what?
Wait a minute.
Fam.
What am I thinking of?
Go in your texting and type Australia and your flag will pop up.
I might be wrong. I'm thinking of like something else. I thought it was red. Oh, you're right. I don't know. I'm tripping.
It may have at one point had that flag.
I had never seen those before, and I had sent it to the homie in Australia.
All right, so you're talking about the country flag. The country flag does have the Union Jack in the corner, but it still has stars on the bottom.
Yeah, okay, but that color, that color is for the team, right?
Yeah, I think that was for their Olympic team. Wore those. In I don't know what year it would have been, but maybe that's always been their Olympic color.
Rugby or soccer or something?
Nah, the swim team had that color. I mean, that might be a permanent color. I don't know.
Something like that. I mean, I've seen
the stars are obviously for the stars on the bottom of the flag. The Union Jack is just like small up in the corner.
Damn, look at that. The Cats is out here buying these legacies. Look at that. She was
influenced. Who was that?
Kev Customs. He didn't say he was influenced, but he was influenced. Man.
Everyone's influenced. Let me just be honest with you. Everyone's influenced. I seen people doing top 50 Nike Dunk SBs, fam. I don't care if you got more followers than us or not. You're influenced. Seen cats doing top cereals right after we did it, and they try to say, "Oh, we recorded it 3 months ago." All right, man. Yeah, you just dropped it, but you recorded it 3 months ago. This was a long time ago, by the way.
I don't believe any of them.
No.
What else you copped? That was it?
I think so.
I copped
socks. More socks.
I copped some clothes. like always, some J. Crew.
You always
copped some 2 pair of Vans from J. Crew as well.
You tripping?
I bought maybe 2 or 3 Reebok Legacies. I have no idea. I can't confirm this or not. So when those come in, I'll know. I bought 4 hats. And I bought a bike.
You tripping? Man.
I bought a bike finally, and
I mean that's okay if you use it, but like all the other stuff you talking about, a bike.
Oh yeah, I've been using it every single day.
Exercise.
First day did 11 miles, I think. Second day 9 miles. Like, fam,
you know you about to be in a tour day.
I'm out here.
Tour day Goodyear.
In
free tires
under the butt. That little area hurts. But I ordered some bike shorts with some gel stuff. From
oh, you got some special lubricant?
I got some I got some special bike shorts, fam, from Amazon. Them joints come in tomorrow. Fam, I'm about to be riding, bro. I'm about to have the wind in my face. I'm about to be like this, riding. Professional.
You gotta buy those shoes now, no?
Fam, I don't need them now because I wear what shoes I wear? I wear Flyknit Racers to ride bikes. Flyknit Racers and VaporMax. VaporMax a little risky because Flyknit Racers are good. They all right.
It's not stable.
And I'm not like out here, I'm not in the terrain, dude. I'm not in the like hopping, I'm not here not doing nothing wild. But I'm on the streets though, fam. I ride B. I was like, wow, look at me. I was a little scared at night though, because I thought a coyote or a rabbit was gonna run in front of me, and I was like, I can't stop.
You must have been in the trails. You had a trail bike.
Fam, you know where I live at.
You got them shocks on the bike.
I do, fam. I only wanted a bike that got them shocks. I only wanted one of those. I got the spring in the back, and I got the springs in the front. I be hopping like this. Turn the wheel like that.
You must have called Lars tell me what bike to buy.
Nah, Lars buy expensive bikes. I tried, fam. I tried to cop one of them bikes, look on them. I was like, yo, let me go ahead and see what these got right here. I can't spend no 25 on a bike, though. I can't do it. I can't spend 25. I can't spend 1,000 on a bike, though. I got me a nice little bike from Walmart, riding that joint, though. When I hop the dirt trails and make that sound like them 80s movies, like, hit the dirt, boy. I'm out here, B. I probably lost at least a good half a pound since I started riding it, B.
You eating steaks every day.
Fam, coming home sweaty, feeling good. It's a lot easier to walk in your garage, jump on a bike, and ride around the neighborhood and stuff than it is to like get your clothes on, go to the gym, do all that. Nah, B, I'm out here. I'm about to be in here slim, though.
I just got an email that gyms are supposed to open back up on Thursday.
I got that about LA Fitness. I haven't seen it about Lifetime yet. I know EOS.
I'll be in there, fam. Pause.
We'll see. I got a bike now. I don't know. I might ride my bike to the gym, go ahead and pump some iron, ride my bike back home, though.
Fam, if you say pump iron,
that's what it's called. That's what it's called. Pumping iron. I was out here, though. Some neighborhoods that don't got lights on. Ooh, shut B. I know somebody's gonna come on and like scare me. Doing the bushes.
I said pump iron, bro.
What else you copped? Oh, I got the Kobe jersey off the sneakers app. No, which I don't. That's fine. I don't care. Like, it still does nothing for my anger for this entire thing. But it does nothing for it because you know what? We'll save it. It does nothing for it. You know what? I'm gonna say about this part because you know what? The jersey doesn't.
Dang,
like
Bear Bricks tanked. I thought that shoe was like $600-700. That joint's $300.
I'm glad that I got the jersey. That's fine because I'm gonna keep it. But I'm a 40-year-old man, almost 40 years old. Like I don't wear jerseys for like fits now. I wear a jersey if I go to the pool or like the beach. I throw a jersey on and treat it like a tank top.
Go wear it over that shirt, fam.
So it's like I'm not gonna wear that. I'm not gonna wear that jersey. Just like, yeah, I got a jersey on the day, like a fit. Like, no. And plus, like, considering the fact that I take all the L's on Kobe's, why would I wear that thing? I'm like, that's it. That might be the very last Kobe item I ever get in my life the way things are going right now with Nike. So, you know what? Fine. Got the jersey, cool, but no, I'm still heated. Like, I am fuming, all right, about the Nike stuff now. What come out this week?
Metacoms came out today.
What is that?
Another L. Metacom Dunk Low Bear Brick.
Didn't bother. I was woke for it too.
I mean, it didn't matter.
Yeah, you are. That's why it doesn't matter.
I think, not that there was a ton of cops when. Well, I guess a certain somebody is able to help us out when we're not in the middle of a pandemic because people who work for certain companies are actually working instead of not working. But when the pandemic's going on and people are either laid off or working at home, the products are all obviously online and not in stores for the most part. So, anyways, what else? Then you got to scroll down pretty far down this list to find something else.
Don't Union Force come out this week?
What was that? Oh, that's Oh, that's a kid's shoe. No wonder. I was looking at the wrong shoe. Okay, so Bear Brick, Metacom still are $600 shoe. All right, I thought Dunks went down a little bit. Pharrell, Human Race, Extra Eye. I have no idea.
What?
Trash.
What does that mean? Let me see. Oh no, that's fire though.
Nah.
That joint is fire though.
Nah. Fire is way
No,
too
that
strong
joint is
word.
fire though. And you know what? We need NMDs. We need some more of those to come back though.
No, only NMDs I need. I already told you. I need NMD R2 PK, or the one that I got that is Ultra Boost 1.0 knit on the toe box. The one from Amanier. That's all I need. I need that to be in like 27 different colorways. Cop. Fear of God Converse. I don't know if you've seen those. They
Like
suck.
a ton of colors or something like
Yeah,
that.
they suck.
Yeah.
It looks like a Vans era with some on top.
I don't even like Vans. It looks like kids.
Fam. Noah Adidas pack coming out. You copping?
Maybe the socks, the 3-pack.
I'm actually surprised the socks aren't more expensive. I was
too.
like 3 for $25. That's like Nike socks or whatever.
Fam, I
was
sent
like-
them notifications. I was like, oh shoot. I said 3 for $25. Notify me.
listen, the stuff with the plaids sucks. Like,
Oh no, it's not too bad. It's just too expensive.
Oh, no, it sucks.
No, it's not. It
The
doesn't
T-shirt
suck.
is the only thing I would cop. Besides the socks, the T-shirt, that's it.
The plaid
white
stuff.
T-shirt.
The plaid stuff doesn't suck.
It sucks.
Just not wearing both at the exact same time. And
The hat,
they're too
maybe you
expensive.
could get away with. The plaid
The
clothing
shorts?
sucks.
Come on, man. It's just like a swim short.
I mean,
and a windbreaker.
Moving to Nantucket, like
Fam, all of it is Nantucket. The shoes, everything looks like Nantucket.
A white T-shirt. Now, I will say this: the shell is a little corny, but the pocket T-shirt is just a white T-shirt.
What's up with the shell?
I mean, it's a beach theme, so.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Fam, I just said Nantucket, and then you said something about beach.
fam,
I mean,
it looked like
that's
Nantucket.
that's
It
like-
looks like it. Like I didn't know it was a
I mean,
theme.
the rest of the stuff I think is like these right here is like swim trunks.
That don't got nothing to do with fam. Everybody doing something. They ain't got nothing to do with the beach.
I mean,
I seen a shooter on World Star wearing them, wearing Nike nylon shorts. He had a burner. He wasn't at the beach.
You need to stop watching World Star. Huh?
I followed him on Instagram.
That one, I'll tell you this much though. That shootout from Oklahoma, I don't know if you saw that one. It was crazy.
Nah.
Them cats actually used a blinker when they went to turn the street. Like, bro, you just got in a shootout. And you using your blinker after you got in a shootout. All right, Noah Pack, Jordan 3 denim. There's a Japan exclusive apparently, and a regular one. You copy?
Of what?
Jordan 3 denim.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell you that model has that colorway and all that has grown on me the more I've seen it. But that's the point. I'm not gonna get it. Next,
Oh, you could get that if you want.
no, because I tried for the 3s this past week, the women's one with the Laker
Yeah, but that's
colorways.
way more rare.
Doesn't matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, if you're
All right.
only talking about sneakers, we're not winning on sneakers. Yeah, I haven't won on sneakers since February 2019.
That's fine.
But something that's a general release, you still can get it other ways.
No,
Yeah, you can.
maybe.
Fam.
I'm not bothering with Nike anymore for the rest of the year.
That's
I
fine.
don't care if it is sneakers is the one that keeps treating us bad, but it's all the raffles, all of them. Could I maybe get denim 3s? Maybe, but I'm not going through the effort to get them. I should be able to get them off sneakers.
Oh, no, you could. Kobe 5, Undefeated. Pack or single pairs?
Cool.
Comment?
Nope. Like, even when I'm going to say yes? When am I going to say yes? Yes, I'm copping.
I mean, we've said that about all the time about shoes. We know
You're
what we're
right.
getting.
You're right, and we made plenty of mistakes in our lives.
I don't even know what that means.
But no, I'm not. I'm not even trying.
Damn.
I'm not trying. All right.
All right.
At all.
Atmos ZX 8000. I don't know if you've seen that.
That brown one, yellowish.
No, it's green. Lime green.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I do want a pair of those. I've had a pair a long time ago, but I think I want a pair, but I just don't want to pay a lot of money for it.
You need a pair of Reeboks, man.
I got more Reebok. I have more Reeboks in the house than you probably own your entire life.
You might be right, but you don't have.
Oh, I'm right.
You don't have Legacy Classics, man.
I got them on the way. Actually, I do. I got the OGs, the originals, the Aztecs.
They don't count.
Okay.
They don't got this. They don't got the foam sole, fam. They don't give you no spring back.
Yes. Okay. You got jump soles.
Got to work on my calves. Sean Witherspoon, Superstar, Super Earth. That's the appropriate reaction for that. Union Pack, 4 different shoes coming out. I mean, I guess 2 are the same model, but
Fam. Not even dry.
you might be able to get through on there, actually.
Fam. I'm not trying. Maybe you're right. Those could be the ones.
This might be the best week of the year, to be completely honest, but you've all given up, so.
You're right. They've given up on us. They've given up on all of us.
Maybe.
They gave up on us.
We've said we're talking about that later about 7 times.
You're right.
In 20
but
minutes.
You're trying to get it out of me. Pause.
You better chill. Yeezy 700, Arzareth? I don't know how to pronounce that, fam. Yeezy 700.
Blue aliens, whatever them joints are.
You like that shoe. You love that Yeezy 700 V3.
I think it's a great shoe. But, okay. I mean...
Match or Dodger hat.
I might have to go back to Yeezys, though. Might have to. I might go back.
I don't think it's going to be easier to get those.
Who knows? I haven't tried in so long. I know nothing anymore about sneakers, though.
Fam.
I know nothing anymore. I know nothing. Had a cop. Nothing.
What? Let me see real quick. What day does the week end on? It ends on the 30th. All right. So Kobe 5 EYBL.
Sounds good, fam.
You said you want to know what's releasing.
You right, and I'm glad you informing the listeners. Inform every single other person that's gonna try. You ask. I'm not. All right. I'm not.
All right, fam.
I'm not even going to try.
Okay.
Period. Because what for? What for?
Come out here stunting on you. No, you'll be angry.
No, I won't. And you can't be angry if you don't try. That's the thing. Get me mad. What are you mad for?
No. You could be regretful.
No.
That's the point. Yeah,
you can't. Yeah, you can. Fam, I have 2 regrets in my life, and I know specifically what they are. And it has nothing to do with sneakers.
It's not that deep. All right.
I'm just saying. You said regret. And
it's not that deep.
Fam, let me tell you something, man. You know what I come
when I seen cats winning at Undefeated for those 70 million bazillion. How much are those shoes now?
What?
Off-white ones? Fam.
What does that got to do with it? We tried.
Almost set the city on fire. I didn't put in for the raffle at Undefeated.
I did. Lost.
I mean, I don't even remember if it was online or you had to go to the store. How do you remember?
Fam, I remember everything. Okay. Look, either way, it doesn't matter. Huh? You know what I realized? You know what I realized about that? Like you said, like regret, like if you get it and I don't. You and I, even Andy, even Rico, a lot of people that we talk to, a lot of us have slept through releases before.
Yeah.
Woke up.
All the time.
But you know what? Anytime you've ever woke up after a release, did you ever feel like, dang it, mad? Never. I have never felt that way. You know why? You know why? Never. You know why? Because I never had...
I don't think I'd take sneakers that seriously.
No, what? Do you know how often you text about how angry you lost? I want to win. I lost. I'm sick of this. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, but that's winning. That's just winning. That's not the shoe itself.
No. That's fine.
It's different.
That's fine. But you know what?
That's psychological, fam.
No. It's not because I was there in the same place.
It is because you're making the same point.
You're right. No, it is psychological. But like the win and loss thing, like whether I want to keep the shoe or not, the losing aspect of it is psychological. It's a psychological. You know what? We'll get to it. Huh? We'll get to it. Huh? Because you know what?
Yeah. So that's my point. If I've slept through it before, I don't flip out.
Exactly. So you know what? If I don't even try, I can't be bothered. I can't be mad.
No, you said sleep through in the morning. That's different than like we know we can. Fam.
If I consciously wake up...
Sleep is one of the most important things to me. So me not waking up at 7 a.m. for a release, which to me is ridiculous to begin with. They should be at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Ridiculous. I don't know why they're not. That is different than like knowing, hey, all you got to do is go to Undefeated and get a raffle ticket for this shoe. It's right down the street. No. That's laziness on my part.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not, because you know what? It sets you up to think that you might have a chance, whether you go or not.
We know a bunch of people who copped that shoe from there, and now that shoe is like a $5,000 shoe.
And?
So what I'm saying is probably better chance. A lot of people might have thought what you're saying right now and didn't go. Maybe that's why they won.
Maybe. Who knows? I'm talking about me personally. That's it. I'm not telling nobody else not to do it. I'm not telling nobody else to join me. I'm talking about me personally for myself.
I'm sure anyone who wants them Kobe's already put in, because that joint came out at 8:24 this morning.
Fam, let me explain something to you, okay? I have entered for just Undefeated maybe close to 35 to 40 raffles.
Probably.
Okay. You know what? You might as well double or triple that, because for a lot of those, I've entered 3 to 4 to 5 entries. So you might as well quadruple or triple that. Okay. 0. You could sit here and even give me the argument, maybe they counted your entries because you entered. You could even go with that if you want to. I've entered single times. Not one time. Fam, we have one in the state of Arizona. I've never won one in our own state. I'm not competing with the largest state in the country. Well, second largest state in the country with California. Like, come on. Like, enough is enough. But you know why? You know why it's my fault. I'm not angry. Actually, no, I am angry. I'm a little disappointed in myself. We're going to save it, B. We're going to save it. We're going to save it, because I've had enough. Like, I've had enough. Fam, people, you know what? I'm gonna call the homie. You wanna call the homie?
I'm about to cop these shorts while you doing what you doing. Huh?
Can I call the homie? What you copping?
I already showed you.
Let me see him.
Yeah.
You didn't show me at all.
Yes, I did.
You told me about it.
The same shorts I got on right now in a different color.
Oh, fam. Them
Those
denim.
are $15.
That's too much.
No, it's not. Them joints regular price like $50.
That's the problem.
Fam, 15 is too much.
Yeah, but those they give you clout.
Yes. I'm glad people can't see what brand. I'm glad people can't see what brand that is.
The concept's Lacoste. Huh? What's wrong with that? Concept Lacoste. Shout out to Concepts for hooking us up.
I was about to say something crazy.
I'm gonna go. I don't care. Concepts. Shout out to Concepts. Shout out to Concepts for hooking me and George up with some of the Lacoste Concepts stuff. Okay. Shout out to them. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Sold it to us before it dropped. All right. Didn't give it to us free. Sold it to us before it released to everybody else. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. That's it. Okay. I've slept through dunks. Recent dunks that I wanted to keep. I slept through St. John's and I slept through Syracuse's. I slept through Kentucky's too. I slept through all of them. Woke up, wasn't even mad. I was like, oh shit. Like,
yeah, that's different.
Why? I wanted to keep those. I wanted those.
Yeah, that's different for me. Well, I just explained it.
If you would have slept through those, you wouldn't have been mad either. Because you didn't have the perception that you had an opportunity.
The only one I'm angry about, number one, we knew we were getting Syracuse's already from the plug. So we knew that. Kentucky's, I got lucky. I hit Kentucky's on a Shopify website from the monitor. I had no business hitting that. And by the way, I sold them way too early because I sold them for about, I think, like $285. Them joints $550 now. Now, only reason I sold them was to trade of 11.5 for a 12. That's the only reason, to just swap sizes.
500.
The only one I'm angry about.
This shoe has no air, no padding, no athlete, no. $550. It has no technology.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
The only technology a Syracuse, a St. John's, Kentucky dunk has is leather. That's the only thing. That's not even technology anymore. Leather has been around since biblical days, all right? Like, they've been using leather from cows since the turn of time in cavemen.
I'm pretty sure they have Zoom Air. I know that's not that big a deal.
I don't think they got Zoom Air, though.
Okay, the Zoom Air now is in the insert, I'm pretty sure.
I know where Zoom Air is in SBs, not regular dunks.
It might be in there too.
No, it's not.
Okay, anyways, let me
They should be called Zoom Dunks then.
Why should they be called that? Let me finish.
They got Zoom Air.
Let me finish. The only one I'm upset about is St. John's because I set my alarm at 5 a.m. for Undefeated, got up for no reason because, or maybe it wasn't Undefeated. One of the stores that normally put stuff up at that time, supposed to hit the monitor, didn't hit the monitor. So I woke up at 5 for no reason. Then at 6, woke up again, nothing. Woke up at 7, tried on whatever site it was and on sneakers, L's from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., which went back to sleep. Day over with. That's the only one I'm mad about because I tried on that many things.
You woke up. You tried. You didn't sleep through it. Mm-hmm. There's a difference.
I understand that.
You're mad.
We just talked about this. I understand.
You're mad because you tried and lost. But you can't be mad at it because you lost. You're mad because you thought you had an opportunity.
No.
Yes.
Stop. We agree.
We're talking Vegas.
Stop.
We're talking Vegas odds now to try to get sneakers now. That's where we're at. That's what you need to be working on.
Stop.
You talking about NCAA and all these
you
sports.
You the one that said you had a lottery ticket system, so I don't know what you're talking about me for.
I had a lottery ticket system based on the numbers chosen for the last 25 years in this thing. There are numbers for the Powerball that have never been chosen ever on a winning ticket for the Powerball. I can figure out math equations and stuff like that and have a better shot of guessing numbers in a numerical order for us to possibly win maybe anywhere from $100 to $1,000. Maybe I can figure that out. I can figure out something I can't control. Somebody, shout out to David. David Blackman sent me a thing that said, had that thing, what did that mean? The homeboy, Spice Adams missing all them shots and had that Wayne Gretzky quote. What's that Wayne Gretzky quote? You miss the shots you don't take, whatever.
The shots you don't take?
F that quote. You know, that quote only applies to somebody who can be in control of it.
I think it's probably older than Wayne Gretzky, but...
You're right. But you know what? Somebody was like, Henry, if you don't take a shot on no sneakers... Fam, no.
We're not disagreeing about this. The difference is I'm talking about when you know it's down the street... No. It's laziness. That's the only thing we disagree on. You don't agree, and that's my point.
Sometimes that, yes, it could
laziness.
Be. Okay, but we don't need that anymore. We have a phone now that has multiple apps.
It doesn't matter. That's their release style. You gotta go or you don't go. Like Manor had a raffle for St. John's. I wanted St. John's. I didn't go to the raffle. I should have. It's laziness. It's my own fault. Can't be mad at my own fault. I can be mad when I try and don't get it. I'm just saying, if it's down the street and it's a higher probability chance and you don't take advantage of it, that's your own fault. That's it.
That scenario is kind of different. I mean, first of all,
that's my entire point. It is different.
Not going to Manor. Consider that we know the actual owner and employees there. That's your better shot, all right? Not the actual raffle, all right? If it was
the raffle still, how many people put in for the raffle? 100? I mean, still.
Who knows they had a line there?
Fam,
it's Manor. They probably got maybe 2 of each size, all right? And they already gave the employees 1 of each, all right? Marky, little Aces, all of them already got them, all right? Fam. And Jeremy, little Aces, Mark, probably Parker, every single employee there got their pair, all right? So your odds are probably way slimmer than you think they are, unless they said that's George.
If they say they got 36 pairs or 24,
George. They call me George. I say, fam, what's up?
Okay, look, can I talk? This argument we had in the text thread today about math. Math is not that difficult. If they get 200 entries and they got 24 or 36 pairs, that's way better odds than sneakers. You know how many people put in on sneakers?
Okay, I know that.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that. I'm talking about us. Us, you, me, Rico, Andy, all of us, our odds of winning seem to be less than everybody else's, all right? And it's not that, you know what? It's not even about that anymore. It's my psychological, my spirit.
Yeah, you're right, because there's nothing that can back that up.
My spirit is killed when it comes to this, dude.
Damn.
We deserved Kobe's, dude. Not me, not you, we. Everybody deserved Kobe's. And you know what? Let me talk about it, man. I'm about to call homie. You want to call homie? Talk about hats?
Yes.
Hats. Hope I'm the right person. I'll put your headphones on.
I gotta put these headphones on.
I cleaned them all too. I wiped them down with
all the right
stuff.
person.
So it'd be funny.
It doesn't matter. I can't get it.
Oh, Justin.
Yo,
what's up, man?
How are you?
Good. How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming on, man.
Good.
You ready?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Can you guys hear me well?
We can hear you very good.
There we go.
We got the homie Justin from HATCLUB. He's a HATCLUB designer. You guys have seen him all over social media and stuff like that. AKA, Pink Bottom Just. He's the one that's come with the pink brims under the New Era cap. And we appreciate you coming on, coming to talk to us for a little bit.
Yeah, not a problem, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. We just over here talking, arguing, trying to keep my mind.
Oh, your blood pressure is already high.
My blood pressure is very high, dude.
I lost something about my mic.
I lost every single Kobe. No, what's wrong with your mic?
Number 1, it's super loud, and number 2, because I don't wear headphones in here until we get somebody on the phone. That's a little better.
Okay. So like right now, with all the losses buying Kobe's and stuff this week, I'm very upset. Just very angry. All right.
First question, since we are talking about that, are you a sneakerhead as well, or into shoes or anything like that? Because normally hats and jerseys and shoes go together.
So not really. I mean, I probably got like 20 pairs of kicks. Kind of just buy what I like, but I wouldn't consider myself a sneakerhead at all.
Well, you know what? That's why we kind of wanted to have you come on, because like one thing with our podcast is that even though we're a sneaker podcast, people can always see what hat we have on, and they always asking where you get your hats, where you rock your hats. And George but not
only that, also hats, and we'll talk about this, but hats are also becoming like sneakers in terms of lineups and stuff like that.
Well, so that was kind of one of the things too, is that with us, like our genre, me and George talked about it earlier, our genre being sneakers. When you have your own genre, you're sort of like in your own world. You're not understanding of like other cultures and genres out there. Me and George buy hats all the time, but we were like the casual buyer. And I heard you talk about that on Views from the Vault, about like a casual buyer. Like let me go in here and buy a Dodgers hat. Let me go see what kind of hats they have.
Yep.
And this is when I realized hats were doing something way more different than I had realized, is when I went to HATCLUB site, and we've been buying from HATCLUB forever. We're in the state of Arizona, so HATCLUB is like the staple of your membership. We've we've never not had memberships, you know, growing up. That was like the best thing to do on a Saturday was to go in the hat club and walk out with a new hat, period. Now, when I realized hat genre was very closely related to sneaker genre is when I went to Hat Club site just to go look for a Dodgers hat. Like, let me just go see what kind of Dodgers hats they got. And I saw the pre-order for the taxi. The taxi hat's the yellow one.
Okay.
And I said, pre-order for a hat? And I was like, who the heck is pre-ordering a hat? And then, like, I read it and saw it, and I thought it was very dope. But I was like, I'll just cop it when it drops. I didn't know that wasn't an option. Like, I had never been on a hat site when a hat dropped. I've never had my notifications on for a hat. So talk to us about the genre of hats and the culture of hats and how it became so enthralled like it is right now.
Okay. So it wasn't like an overnight thing. I know pretty much like when COVID and quarantine started is when it like really kind of blew up. But so for anyone who's ever shopped at Hat Club, we kind of treated Hat Club NoHo as its own standalone store, even though it's the same company. Just because we're basically, the customer in New York is totally different from anything out west. It just is what it is. I've been with Hat Club 7 years, or over 7 years now. And just what sells in New York is typically totally different from what sells out west. So, for example, the pink rim started. So one of my associates, because I run the NoHo store, one of my associates, her boyfriend came in. Me and him are mad cool. Started chopping it up. When the old buyer left, they kind of let me do some more customs like I used to do before the old buyers came in. So we went back to that. Me and him chopped it up. Basically, he's born in '96. His mom had passed away from breast cancer years ago, and we decided to dedicate the pink bottom to her because we didn't want to put the regular breast cancer logo on the side. So we decided, like, I have a ton of jerseys. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call while I'm on this. I have a ton of jerseys, and I had a pink one, and I was like, this the pink we're gonna use. Had to take about 3 months to come in, so about 3 months later, May 27th, the hats came in, and yeah. We pretty much told just the homies about the pink bottoms, and it kind of blew up from there. So the word started, coming up around New York City that we had pink bottoms at the NoHo spot, and then finally, I'd say around like November, maybe October-ish, we kind of would spread the word that people kind of line up for them, but it wasn't really true. It was
That's all right, man. That's how you promote a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, people wouldn't line up. We used to get enough, that like maybe we would have 20 people outside or come in the first hour, right? And I'd have more than enough for everyone to buy 1, 2, or 3, right? Usually I'd drop 3 or 4 styles at a time, throw them on the wall. So like maybe I would have like, I don't know, 200 hats, and I get 20 people and they all buy something or buy 2 of them or one. So we always had like, but it wasn't a line. It was kind of like people just in the neighborhood that knew we opened at 11 that would show up. Right.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, I want to say like Halloween or November 1st, something like that. I'll check the dates. My guy who always does the lines with me, my photographer Wiz, shout out to Wiz, got to the store maybe 45 minutes early. I'm on the train, and he's like, "Yo, there's like 100 people outside." I was like, "What?"
Dang.
He's like, "Yeah, there's like a line down the block." And I was like, "Well, I guess we finally got something now." And then it was every basically Friday, Saturday, from November 1st till like the second week in March, whenever we shut down for COVID. We had a drop every Friday, Saturday. The lines got bigger. Like I probably see the biggest line was probably right before we closed for COVID. May have had 200 people, 150, something like that, for the first icy blue drop. Yeah, and then we'd sometimes do like a Tuesday surprise drop or Wednesday. That's where kind of the shock drop started. If you shop at Hat Club, we do shock drops now, but that's kind of how it started. I would randomly just put up a run like 5 o'clock or something like that, at 3 o'clock, whatever time I felt like doing it. I'd take a picture real quick, post it on the gram. Hey, these are dropping in 5 minutes. And whoever was in the neighborhood just would run over to the shop and cop them. And then, you know, we don't want to be exactly like the sneaker game. Like, we want everyone to get something, which is kind of how we model that. So that's how the pre-order started, kind of, because everybody out west who follows Hat Club was like, how come I can't get these hats that are just for NoHo? Why isn't the site getting it, right? So we did a pre-order in January for the OG Pinkies that actually just arrived at the warehouse, I think last week or this week. We had done them again for a pre-order, but the original OG Pinkies in January, that's when we first started doing a pre-order. Yeah, and then it kind of took off from there, but it wasn't really like we're going to just make hats that we don't have and put a pre-order on it. We'd always have something, and then we do a regular drop, and then if we get enough requests, we do a pre-order for it. That's kind of how it was, but then, yeah, the pre-orders kind of blew up over and over, and now looks like other stores are going to start doing pre-orders on hats.
All right, so
I've even had someone tell me, like, you know, why doesn't Nike or Jordan do this? Like, they would never do this. And I'm like, yeah, because they don't want everyone to get something. That's why Nike and Jordan would never do that.
It seems like that is the answer, because this whole Kobe thing is it definitely, for someone, one of their top 5 signature athletes, you know, and they wouldn't do something where whoever wanted a jersey or a shoe could get it. It doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, I know materials might be limited or whatever the case may be, but for them to have Nike IDs of other shoes up, and a lot of that, I would imagine, is the same exact material. They, you know, cut it different, have a different last, whatever it is. But you mentioned something earlier. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I've even tried to do some Nike IDs. Maybe it was like Tyrese or something, or 95, something, whatever it was, and I wanted them in red, and I couldn't get them in red. And I'm like, so you just don't have red material in just this exact shoe? It makes no sense. But it's because they're probably coming out with something in that shoe in red.
Right.
They just limit you what you can do. And that's like, yeah.
They make a lot of money at the Mercer store too with the bespoke program. So I mean, you go there, you can make whatever you want, and they're charging $1,000 a shoe or whatever it is. So that I think that's a nice revenue stream for them, and they don't want to ruin that. But this whole thing about not doing like a pre-order, I can understand any other time of the year, any other situation, you know. A top 5 signature athlete passing away, and that's the day, 8/24. Or you could have picked whatever. You could have picked his birthday or whatever day it was, his daughter's birthday. But not doing something like that, to me, is just like, it's not even that it's, yes, Greg, I know we're going to talk about it later. He's making a face at me right now. It's like cold-hearted and disrespectful, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, that's why if people ask me, are we doing anything for Kobe Day? Me and John decided to not do something for Kobe Day.
You know, I was on the lookout. Like, I was waiting, like, Hat Club has to got something.
We didn't want to profit, you know,
right.
Someone we watched for years. So we decided, I could always do something later to honor him, but on his birthday or when we're not gonna do it. I have other stuff coming out that I've thought about, prior, because remember, it takes months to get this stuff in. So thoughts I've had from prior to, his passing away. It just didn't make sense to drop a yellow and purple color. It was just something of that nature on his birthday. I didn't see, me and John didn't see the right to do that.
Right. Gotcha. So
it just didn't make much sense to us. But even going back to your other point real quick, about like pre-orders, right? So like, if you see Yeezys, Kanye made them available to everybody. Now they sit on the shelf.
Oh yeah,
right?
Nike had the same problem with that, with making too many general release Jordans with numbers. But
yeah, that's why,
I just feel like Kobe's different.
That they don't get stuff, and then when everyone gets it now all of a sudden nobody wants it anymore. So
right,
people have to make up their mind, but they never will, because you can't please everyone, right? So,
well, the majority of the sellouts these days are, supply and demand is very easy to understand, at least for
yes, correct.
Most people. So,
but a lot of people do not understand that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one. When you have people reselling the stuff and they know they can make a dollar here, but they can't make a dollar in this situation, they understand what they can sell and what they can't. So when Jordan was overproducing those general releases, you know, it made sense that some of that stuff sat, but also some of that stuff was late. You know, they should have released it 5 years earlier, or they should have done it in an original colorway instead of a new colorway that they thought people would care about. But let me go back real quick, because you mentioned just in general doing customs. So where did the custom thing come from? Like, does New Era allow you to do whatever you want in an order, or is it an agreement between you guys where they're also partaking? How does the whole custom situation work out?
So all right. So the term custom is kind of used loosely, but basically a custom is anything that isn't a retro hat that the on-field used to wear. That's basically a custom, or an on-field now, for example. So if I did just make a red Yankee hat, that's considered a custom.
Gotcha.
Right? So we didn't invent the color pink, right? It's not a thing that, right? Like, so it's, the process basically works is we come up with the colorways, we submit it to New Era, who then asks the individual team for the right to do it. They sign off on it. Oh. They tell New Era tells us, we get the sheet back, we approve the sheet, and then we send it back in, and then it's a waiting process. Sometimes stuff will get approved by one team, not by another.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I forget which exact collection it was. It might have been I don't remember exact one. But I know on one of them people were like, "Why didn't you have Seattle?" Well, all 27 teams approved it, and I think it was like Seattle, the Blue Jays, and Tampa didn't approve it. Don't know why. That's just, we don't get a reason. That's just, it was not approved by them.
Well, they might have something on their own website for sale, or they might have something planned or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know, but that's what they tell us. We don't get a reason. Nope. Wasn't approved. Okay. And then we, cook something else up or tweak something. But yeah, that's basically how the process works. And all the color waves or names I kind of just thought of it. The best way to reach a consumer is to, in my opinion, people can tell me if I'm wrong, but is to connect them with something that they already know, right? So when we did the Green Eggs and Ham collection, what do you know that's green and pink, right?
Of course.
Not much things. So I thought, well, really, Green Eggs and Ham isn't like, the book isn't really pink, but if you think of a green egg and Green Eggs and ham, pink. I put those two together, and everybody knows what Green Eggs and Ham. Everybody knows what it is.
And that's why...
So immediately you're going to have a connection to that drop.
And that's how, like, it's such, like, related, like, even to Sneaker Wise, because it's a smart thing to do. Like, sneaker heads and culture, like, we give our own names to sneakers, all the time. You got, like, certain Nike SB Dunks to call them Mork and Mindy's. We call them this and that based on the colorways.
Yep, exactly.
And we run with it. And you know what? When you're telling that story about, the creation of, like, the pink bottom and, like, the camp outs and, the lineups and stuff like that, I honestly thought that we were just not in. So this is recent. This is a 2020 thing when people started lining up for hats.
Well, end of 2019. Okay. They've been lines here and there. Like, they might have lined up like the Fear of God fitted or a Rock Nation hat or something, or some other stuff I can't remember years ago or whatever. But for us, the official, when people actually were in a straight line, was end of October, early November. We used to just have like 10 to 15 people, 20 people just outside in the Wendy's across the street, or chilling in Blades next door, or skateboarding outside. Like, it was a collection of people, but everyone knew that they were going to get something, right?
Right.
Now, when there's 100 people online, now I have to be like, well, shit, it's one per person, Like, that's when I had to figure out what we were going to do. And then people would be like, oh, you're ruining the hacking system. That I'm like, I didn't tell these people to come line up and wait on a line. For first it was an hour, then it was 3 hours, then it was 5 hours, then it was the night, like midnight or 2 a.m. the night before. Like, I didn't tell them to do this. They want the product. Like,
and I think that was one of the things that, like, was shocking to us was I never thought that I could take a L on a hat. I would have never thought that. So then when we started getting privy on, man, like, there's a drop, they're going to drop these on Wednesday at 11 o'clock our time. When I started getting notice of that, I started really doing it, and I was always getting hats. Like, I was hitting on them and I was getting them. And then, like, it felt like it was just getting more and more. And now it's like become a lot harder, which, I'll tell you this. And, I know we talked about it already, but I appreciate a pre-order. And, like, I even when I ever posted it, because people are always asking us where we get the hats. People will really, really want something, but for some odd reason, waiting for something that you really claim as fire and that you really want seems to be extremely hard for people.
That's just human nature.
Well,
People want stuff now.
So right. So what? It's not human nature. It's just that we live in the Amazon Prime era. So if I'm not the first person with it, around my 6 friends who already are your friend, it doesn't matter. Like, right? So like I actually had an argument with someone on Instagram. He said that we were a Ponzi scheme because you pay for something and then get it 3 months later, and then use Nike as an example, right? And I was like, Nike, it was the day of what was it? The day of the what sneaker was it? The Grateful Dead, right? And I said, you're telling me right now, if Nike said you can get a Grateful Dead kick in 3 months, if you pay for it right now, that nobody would do it? And he was like, no, Nike would never do that. I said, exactly, because they want to keep you in a box to buy something that's limited, but they don't have to make it limited. I'm doing this so everybody can touch. That's the reason why we're doing it, right? So, like, then he went to say, like, you know, like, well, they don't sell, you know, they don't promote the Super Bowl. And I'm like, they sell tickets 6 months before the Super Bowl, and how can they promote it when they don't know the teams yet?
Right.
I was like, so basically what you're telling me is Sony must be a Ponzi scheme because you can pre-order your PS5 3 months before it comes out. Are you, like, it's 2020. You don't know what a pre-order is? Like, it's really not that hard. So like, you have to realize that not everybody has common sense. It's just not common. So
Right.
like, you have the people that are so used to just walking into a store and buying something, and they can't seem to grasp online. Like, they don't know how a pre-order works. Like,
Right. And
we have people that don't read. Like, they will literally buy the hat, and then a week later say, "Where's my hat?" And I'm like, it only stated it 17 times before. But
And see,
there will be in the post. We had Michael Rappaport say about the pre-order, right?
Oh, yeah, I've
about
seen that
how long
video.
it takes, everything's happening. The first comment 4 minutes after the post was, "I better get my damn hat," or something like that. And I'm like, you have to be kidding me.
Well, so we know people like that. Like, someone texted me the other day, like, I better get my green eggs and ham soon or whatever. I'm just like, like, it's been a month, or
Right.
not even a month. Like, what are you talking about?
yeah,
And here's the thing, and here's the thing, we will refund you. Because as soon as that comes out, we always have people like, damn, I should have pre-ordered.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It always happens. So we will easily refund you.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the prices already of is a yellow one called Lemonade? Is that what it is?
there's like 2 versions. Like, there's like a pink lemonade
So,
and a
for this-
taxi.
The taxi one. The prices on those online already are insane.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I mean, my stuff started going up on Grailed. Me and Jay Tips, the homie, did that collab earlier this year for those colors. Those were on StockX for like $400 or $500, which I never thought one of my favorites.
We had Jay Tips on the show last year or 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no one even knew me. Like, anyone checked on my Instagram. Like, I had 800 followers maybe in February. I'm over 10K now. I probably get 100 followers a night.
I mean, it makes sense, man. You see videos, people camping for hats and stuff selling out instantly. Like, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, and it's one of those things where, like, it's crazy, like, how things shift so quickly, because this era that, like, was probably lasted maybe about 2-3 years, maybe a little bit longer, of snapbacks, like snapbacks that came back.
Well, no, snapbacks have been gone. I'd probably say around 2009, 2010 is when snapbacks really did it. See, I only wear fitteds, right?
Right.
That's just my only worn fitteds, which is why even if you look in my bio, it clearly says fitted designer. Right? That's just what I wear. I like to put out stuff that I personally would wear, and my one fashion statement I've always had is a fresh fit, right?
Right.
Like, that's just what that's like been my staple forever. I've been wearing fitteds for 25 years, So it's like, and I'll go back to this before. So the taxi collection is just, people say it's a yellow. The secret's probably come now. While all these other stores who were copying me at first were using an actual yellow, I used the Oakland A's gold. It just looks better. Right. So, and I'm a big sports fan. I love all sports, and it's just what looks better when you're wearing it. Do I really want to wear a bright yellow jersey? Or if I give it a little darker image on a gold, will it look better? Right?
Right.
It just looks better. Like, so we used the gold, and Wiz, my photographer, just happened to run outside when we were doing a photo shoot for my upcoming drop, and there was a taxi right outside. He put the hat on the taxi, took a picture. It was the same color as the taxi. We call it taxi collection. Everyone knows what a taxi is, the same color as a taxi. Good. Done. Right?
Right.
Then we did actually a green bottom version. I didn't come up with a name for that at the time. Probably don't still have one now. I'm probably going to think of one if I do the green bottoms again. And then when I added the pink bottoms to it, I just call it the pink lemonades. Real simple. Again, everyone knows what pink lemonade is. People will resonate with it, you know?
But like, yeah, like you were saying though, we were talking about like social media with that. Like I did notice that like it feel like that there are people. It's like, not only say, I hate using the term clout chasing, like that's some garbage, but like, you know, like it's a big thing to be able to have something like a hat that no one else has. It's just like us, like having certain sneakers that others couldn't get. Like,
and that's why there's been kind of a movement. So like, you know, to just buy the hats from HATCLUB, because we are the originators of the colored undervisor. Even though I haven't done every color yet, that was the plan. You know, like I've like had once I saw the success of the pinks, I was like, all right, well, you know, this is a movement, and all these other stores are going to copy me. I don't own colors, you know, so it's
right.
like I had someone tell me that, like, you know, this store started like the purple bottoms, and I'm like, well, why weren't they doing purple bottoms a year ago? They just knew I was already doing, you know, different colors, and they just did a purple one before I did a whole collection. I've done a purple bottom before, just not a whole collection of them. Like, it's just like, it's like I had someone reach out to me and he was like, hey man, you know, like I'll answer my DMs, not as much anymore because it's crazy now. But I had someone reach out to me and he was like, hey man, you should really do a yellow and purple bottom. And I was like, oh, I have a collection coming out. And he's like, nah man, you're just stealing my idea. You know, like I was just trying to be creative too. Like, make sure you give me props. And I'm like, so you hit me up because you know I do color UVs. Undervisors, people don't know what that means.
Right,
and
right.
You thought I just didn't think of the colors yellow and purple? Like what? Like, please get off my stuff. Like, you're trying to hop on a wave that we started, and then you're mad that I didn't take your advice to do a yellow bottom when I've already had one planned for months already. Like I just did yesterday. I started working on my January inventory. Like, so while people are still like, what's coming out, or reorder this, I've been ordered what you guys are going to see next week. Like, if you guys have seen, we started posting the cotton candy stuff.
Yes, I started seeing that.
Orders March or April. Like, those were delayed.
That's the one that's the one you sent me, George. That light blue.
Yeah, the light blue.
Yeah, them joints are fire.
And same thing with that name, right? I think it's 23 teams, me and John. So like, it was like, what's, you know, baby blue or light blue, Carolina blue, and pink, cotton candy. Simple. Everyone knows cotton candy. That's the name of it.
And you know what's crazy about what's crazy about hats is that, like, hats are one of those things where, you know, sneakerheads love to think, you know, they love to say like, oh no, I pick my sneakers out first, I work my way up. The hat to me is always the basis of like where I go from there. And it's funny because I feel like with fitteds and hats nowadays, you don't have to match your hat with like your outfit. Like, I'll wear whatever I want, and I'll throw on any color hat I want. And I think that's like the best part about like your designs and the colors and the stuff you guys have been coming out with. If I want to throw on a cotton candy hat wearing a Cincinnati Reds jersey, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to be a big deal. Like, that's where we are in fashion today.
Well, I mean, there's color palettes to it. I mean, like, a Yankee hat matches with almost every outfit, right? Like a Navy Yankee, it's going to match with almost everything, right? That is just what it is. But like, it's when I do a hat, right? Like, I had done a black and gold collection, I think, for February. And people, you know, bought the hat, and the DMP6s came out a couple weeks later, or whatever it was, a month later. And people were like, yo, how'd you know a black and gold collection, Jordan, was going to come out? And I'm like, because they use the same colors every year. Eventually, it's going to match with something.
Right.
Like, you know, like, it's not that hard to figure out. Like, you know, there's only so many colors Nike will do in a sneaker. You know,
well,
there's only so many Jordans that are going to come out.
The ones
so eventually it's going to match.
The one where you talk like the ones that I've been seeing a lot lately, like the red bottoms, like the black with the red bottom undervisor hats. Somebody was like, "Fam, these joints would be crazy with the Jordan 1s." I said, "Okay, relax." Like,
and I'm like, so there's never ever been another red and black hat? You know what I'm saying?
That's what's funny because that's what I said. I said red and black hats have existed. Chicago Bulls hats, Cincinnati Reds hats. There's been plenty of red and black variations of team hats. Like, this isn't a brand new thing.
Yeah, no, it's like, because even with the pink bottoms, right? Initially, the first year I did pink bottoms, I was just doing a pink bottom and an icy bottom on retro hats. So you would just see a regular Navy Yankee, a regular Royal Blue Dodger, a regular black White Sox with a pink bottom. That was the only difference. I didn't change the colors and patches yet. It was just doing something on retro to make you stand out. And the pink we use, from far away, it looks like a gray. But when you get close to it, it's such a subtle pink that when people are like, wait, that's a pink bottom, right? And that's like a whole, it's a whole conversation starter, and it's something that no one had ever seen before. I know people, originally when I first came out, New Era did pink bottoms. They did those for Mother's Day. And I'm like, no, they did like a white hat, a white crown, and the whole visor, top and bottom, was pink. That's not a pink bottom.
Right.
It's literally just the undervisor. I'm taking retros and doing that. Then, I'm born in '88, so I remember in the late '90s, early 2000s how there was these crazy colors and fitteds. Like, my whole outfits back then where I'd wear a loud pair of sneakers, like a neon orange sneaker and a neon orange hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. But the rest of my outfit would be like a black or navy. Like, I'd wear a whole dark outfit, right?
Right.
So I always loved bright colors in sneakers and hats. So when I started doing the brighter colors, or when my stuff started becoming more available for people than just in New York, I was like, all right, like, time to do what I loved growing up. Like, that's just what it is. And like, it kind of faded with the snapback wave and then the dad hat wave. Like, I'll never wear either of those. That's never gonna happen. So I stuck to my roots and I did fitteds, and it just seems like the young kids now, the teenagers and 20-year-olds or early 20s don't know fitteds have been a thing forever.
Right.
Like, there's people that would wait on my line for 3 hours and go, I don't know my size.
Facts. I get people.
Never won a fitted before.
I get people DMing me all the time saying, "Yo, fam, those joints you posted from HATCLUB, I'm about to try to cop online. Like, how do you know the size of your head?" I said, "Fam, like, I don't know. Get you some measuring tape." I don't. I've never talked to somebody who had never had a fitted before. And you know what? Some people even told me, "Fam, I haven't bought fitteds in so long that I can't remember what size I wear." Yeah, none of us had, but like, we always you're.
So I never went through I'll say it this way: the dad hat era for me was when I was born in '79. So the dad hat era for me was actually in the '90s when everyone was buying polo hats. You buy the polo hat, same style. I wore those all throughout high school. Then when I went to college, it was like the trucker hat era. I didn't buy a lot of trucker hats, but like that was the era. Yeah, I mean, the vinyl plastic or whatever on the back of the hat. Yep. Now, at the same time, I was buying polo, dad hats. I still was buying fitted at that point. But I went a long period. Like, the first fitted I bought in years was earlier this year, probably or actually maybe at the end of last year. And then all of a sudden, I just was like, all right, I like fitteds again. It fits my head well. I found my size out. And all these hats with like side patches and whatnot are fire. Might as well start buying them again.
Man, when does side patches come out? Like, that is like the wave now.
The initial side patch is 96. There was never a patch on a World Series hat before 96. That is the first year.
Okay.
New York has always been real big into side patches. I remember them a lot growing up. But no one ever really changed the colors of hats unless it was the exact color of the sneaker. And I always thought that is one of the worst things. Like, you're matching the exact accents of the patch and the logo on the front with the exact sneaker. Like, it looks like a mannequin.
Well, even a lot of the websites today, you'll see like a lot of the mom and pop shops, they'll put a sneaker and a hat in the same picture on the website. I'm sure you see it all the time.
Yeah, and they must. Oh yeah, and they must have the same New Era rep because they all order the same hat. Like, none of these stores were ordering anything that were close to mine until my stuff started exploding.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I had when they reopened from COVID in New York, because we've been reopened pretty well now.
Right.
The NoHo store's still getting remodeled, but like they were posting these lines and acting like they started the trend. Like, no, you're just reselling the old versions of my hats I dropped a year ago. That's not a new. I've already done it. Like, and I have already had lines. Like, just wait till NoHo reopens and like your lines will get smaller because you're still ordering 2-3 styles and I'm ordering 30 of them. It's just like. Yeah.
I have a question for you, like just for you being a designer, because I kind of wanted to know this, and I had talked about it on one of our shows before, because once we started getting back into the hats, like I said, it opened up an entire new world for us of stuff that we weren't aware of. How do you feel about people who buy up like a lot of hats and then embroider all their own stuff on it and then resell them for like more money?
So one of my two of my good homies, are actually 3 of them. So I'm really good friends with T-Mark, Yote City, and J Tips.
Okay.
You guys know them. They all do that in embroidery stuff, their own versions of it.
Right.
I mean, if you got the market for it, do it. I work for HATCLUB, so I have to go the legal route. Those are
right.
Those are unlicensed. We've done our own versions of them. Like John has done timelines. John does all the timelines and the icon hats. That's all John. John does all that stuff. I'm mostly the color person, like I put the color waves together and stuff like that. But we're the whole, design team for HATCLUB. It's just, and I kind of got that role because I didn't shut my mouth for years. And finally they were like, all right, let's just shut Justin up. And HATCLUB exploded when they let me do what I want. So it's like, they can do it because they have a market for it. Like if people are going to buy it, right?
Right.
Like we have other stores that will copy, my exact spec, because once the hat's out, they know exactly what I ordered. They can copy my exact spec, and then now they're charging $55, $65 when mine are still $45. So if you can sell it. Like clearly someone's buying it, right?
Right.
So, do what you want. Just make sure it makes sense. Just make sure it makes sense. Like, I don't want a Statue of Liberty hat on a Arizona, Cardinal.
Yeah.
Like, that makes no sense to me. Why would you do that? Right? Like,
right.
But now that everybody is doing it, like now it seems like everybody is doing fitteds now.
Everybody.
And it's everybody's doing it, and I'm like, you have to come up with something different. So I got a couple more plans up my sleeve because I feel like no one has gotten to the point that I'm at right now. I feel like me and John are just still a few steps ahead, which you have to be now. So I got a bunch more ideas. So there'll be a lot of dope more colorways coming out, but it's just it doesn't affect me at all. We're still selling. So, but like if these people who want to embroider stuff, whether it's their names on the side or signatures, or if it's a Game Boy or whatever, if people are buying them, sell them. It's dope that fitteds are back. I mean, the plan was always to imagine in 20 years if you walked into a store in Cincinnati, Ohio, and they have pink bottoms on the shelf. You know how dope that would be?
Right.
Like, that it just becomes a staple in the hat community, and not just a trend that's going to die out in a couple of years. Like, that'd be dope. You know
what? I appreciate you coming on here talking to us about this, man. Like, that's dope to hear that. And like I said, George and I have been HATCLUB fans since literally we were kids. Like, living out here in Arizona, the membership and stuff like that. It was always dope.
Longer than me.
Like, it was always dope to go in there. I used to always go in HATCLUB and I would complain to the manager like how they had their hats stacked up, because I'd be like, "Yo, you smashing the crown on the top." They used to be like shoved in there. Mm-hmm. But like I'm glad to see fitteds are back. Like, snapbacks that came back for that moment. And snapbacks are cool. Snapbacks have always, like, for us, given us
still
that.
Wear them. Yeah,
snapbacks like always gives us that option to, like, when you grow your hair out.
For fitteds in New York, like fitteds are a staple in New York, right? That might be the number one spot for for fitteds. Like, I know you guys have kind of gone back and forth with the LA is most popular. It's nowhere near as popular as the Yankee hat.
Yeah, but you're in New York City. That's different.
Come on, Justin. You could tell us. You could tell us, Justin.
A Yankee hat is the most famous hat there is.
Okay, no.
It's the NY logo.
You're right. No. You're right. The New York Yankee hat is the most famous, the most legendary fitted hat of all time, period. But now, Justin, has the Los Angeles hat surpassed
It did. Look at the
popularity.
Just look at the recent collabs. Leon Dore did, and
people are using
Eric Emanuel did.
People are using the Dodgers hats, man. The Dodgers hats is coming. They're coming. It's got to be 1/8.
People are using them, but I could show you sales.
Okay, sales wise,
a couple people wearing it. Like, I mean, I'm not even a Yankee fan.
Right.
It's just what sells. LA is number 2. I'll give you that, and White Sox is number 3.
Ooh, White Sox is number 3.
The Yankee hat is number 1.
Of course
it is. I remember I saw your guys' list. What was it, a month ago or so? A few weeks ago? I was like,
I think I had White Sox 3 on my list.
Exactly correct on that. But those are definitely the top 3.
I think I had White Sox 3rd on there because, well, at least for me being on the West Coast, NWA and Dr. Dre and all those guys popularized White Sox.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is the colorway too. You can't match the royal blue hat with everything.
Yeah, of course.
Right, which is why like Jay-Z has that famous line. He made a Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can. One, it's just not true. Right? It's not. You took the hottest team in American sports with a logo and colorway that's popular, right? The Lakers are probably just as popular, right?
Yeah, the color makes it more
gold hat.
Right.
It's just you took a color that matches with every outfit. I didn't see anyone start wearing Mets hats because they're royal blue and orange. Who's wearing it?
Mets hats are on the come up.
Why does the White Sox hat work? The Cubs are probably more popular than the White Sox, right? But what's different?
Way more.
One is black and white.
Yeah, but also no one ever popularized the Cubs hat in terms of like hip hop, sneaker culture, any of that stuff too. You know what I mean? It's a factor.
No, but it's also like, I'm sure NWA wasn't real big fans of the White Sox.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Anything black and white. That's why Kings has a big.
That's my point. You really thought they were out there watching Los Angeles Kings games?
No, of course not.
No, of course not.
That whole that was their color spectrum though. The Raiders, Kings, White Sox.
But it makes sense. That's why it's popular.
Now, but you also, I take in consideration logo as well. Like for me personally, I will never ever wear a Tampa Bay Devil Rays hat. I just do not care for that Devil Rays. I hate any logo that has an animal and I can see the eyes. I don't know why. Something about
that's fair. Just to let you know, birds sell really well.
No. I like birds. I like birds. I like Orioles.
Well, the Orioles, the Orioles.
I like Orioles. I like Orioles. I like St. Louis. I'm fine with those.
St. Louis, the old school St. Louis, the Blue Jays sell.
That old school St. Louis with the bird wearing the hat and holding the baseball bat, I think, or whatever it was. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. That one is fire. I like birds. Birds' eyes are different. Devil Rays should have eyes. That Cubs hat, there's a Cubs hat with the bear's head and the eyes. No. Yep. That bear is on that stuff.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
I don't like it.
Owls shouldn't have eyes.
Okay.
Also, with the reason why I've had this come up on other shows or people I've spoken to before, the reason why baseball hats are number 1 over any other sport. First of all, the players wear it, right? So
right.
It's like they're connecting with people that are the professionals.
Right.
But second, it's because MLB logos are the city that they're from. Like, if it was between a Mets hat and a Knicks hat, people are going to wear a Mets hat because it says NY over the New York Knicks with a basketball on.
Right.
Right? Like, even though the Lakers are probably more popular worldwide than the Dodgers, right? But people are going to wear a Dodger hat.
Lakers are more popular worldwide than Dodgers.
It's just LA.
Yeah, worldwide, not the hat, the team. The Lakers.
When you say worldwide, you're really only talking about like the U.S. and Asia, because who else watches basketball? I mean, in Europe, soccer is more. But
we're talking about Kobe and stuff.
I mean, people watch basketball in Spain.
They do, absolutely. But
Italy,
they don't. I mean, they're not. It's not the culture like it is in China or in the U.S. or whatever.
It's not. But if for those who watch it in those countries, Lakers is the most popular team probably out of all of them, like hands down. Popular player, maybe LeBron. Team, Lakers.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. It's like even when customers come in, they know a Yankee hat and they know it as NY. Sometimes they don't even know it's a baseball team. It's just an NY hat. It's a popular logo. Same thing with the LA Dodger hat. oh, I saw, I don't know, Paris Hilton wear this hat. I want that LA hat. They'll know it's a Dodger hat.
Yeah,
when you go to Europe, they're selling bootleg versions of that in Topshop.
So there was something that Greg and I were talking about yesterday. Like, I sent him a screenshot from one of the stores. I'm not going to call it a competitor of yours because it's probably just a small one mom and pop shop, but one of those stores that's now doing fitteds in all kinds of different colors. And it was a Brooklyn Robbins hat, and the hat's actually fire. Now, I'm an aficionado of sports, baseball, knowledge, that kind of stuff. And you could tell the post was written by someone who's probably 22 years old, like whoever they have running their social media. Because it had something to do with, like, if you know, because this is not the Dodgers. And I posted on there saying, back in those days, the people who gave the nicknames for the teams were the newscasters, the sports, or not newscaster, but you know what I mean? Like, the sports writers and the fans. They were known as, like, the Brooklyn baseball franchise or whatever, and they were called the Dodgers, the Trolley Dodgers, the Robins, and the Superbuzz. So, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know that." And I was like, "Well, fam, you on the post pretending like you guys knew."
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I know. Like, people will actually confuse the Brooklyn Dodgers logo with the Boston B all the time.
All the time.
Absolutely.
I know that has to happen.
And it's actually funny about me. With a lot of our stuff, you'll notice I use the sock logo instead of the Boston B.
Gotcha.
For the simple fact that Boston didn't start using that B until after the Dodgers moved to LA. So being from Brooklyn, I'm like, that's the Brooklyn B. I'm going to stick to using that for Dodgers. Boston can have those two socks that they wear. That's fine. No?
You know what? I had one more question before we let you go. Just one more question real quick.
Yeah.
And I know it's a preference of, like, people who buy hats and stuff like that, but how do you feel about, like, wearing all teams? You know, there are some people, actually George right here in front of me, George and I are Dodger fans, and we would typically always wear LA hats only, but, like, you know, for some reason during quarantine and stuff, I gave it up. Like, I said to myself, and I've always worn other teams, but, like, I love wearing all the teams now, like as many teams as I possibly can if I like the hat. Yep. Like, how do you feel about that? Or, like, are you on that same train, or, you know?
So I don't wear all the teams. I wear a lot. So I have, except for a few hockey hats, when New Era still had the contract a couple years ago. So it's weird, but I'm a Knicks fan, a Giants fan, an Islanders fan, and a Pirates fan, right?
Right.
But not about the Pirates. I was like 5 years old and liked the logo, and I've been cursed ever since.
For some reason, I thought you were from Philadelphia. Do you have, like, a lot of Philadelphia stuff on your Instagram, or maybe jerseys or something like that?
Nah, I mean, I do a bunch of Philly hats. We always get asked for them, and actually, I like their patches a lot. But no, I mean, I do Philly hats, but I'm from Brooklyn. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Okay,
I'm a Pirates fan.
So you're a Dodgers fan, then?
So, definitely not. Never root for a spot that left Brooklyn.
Hey, you know what? Being a Raider fan, people always ask me about that, but it is what it is, man. Like, I would rather root for the team that I grew up rooting for as a kid and was, like, indoctrinated by my dad than switching allegiance to some other team that I have no love for. You know what I mean?
So what teams don't you wear?
Sports by far are football and hockey. Like, by far my favorite sports. But no, it's like, so I have a personal rule. I mean, I have hundreds of hats. I may have broken it once or twice because I like the hat, but I'll never wear it. Like, I just have it in my collection. But so I don't buy teams in the same division, right? So I'm a Pirate. I will, no matter how many Fire Cardinals hats you see that I make, the 1964 bird I use all the time, I will never buy those hats. It will never be. I just won't do it. So, like, I'm a diehard Giant fan. You know, it's Cowboys are the least favorite thing in the world. So no Cowboys, Redskins, Eagles.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
It's just, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry for you. You're a Giants fan.
I mean, we've been relevant, since Color.
Okay.
Emmitt Smith ain't coming back to run no more.
Man, we got Zeke, man.
I don't know. You know, you guys gonna call Quincy Carter when Dak Prescott don't resign? What you guys gonna do?
Look,
who's coming out that tunnel, man?
We're getting
He's already going downhill.
Okay, we're getting back-to-back Super Bowls now. We got an actual coach now. All right, we don't got a fool on the sideline who slow claps and claps at everything. We have an actual real coach. Don't disrespect him like that.
No, you don't.
Mike Sherman is a great coach. Do not disrespect him like that. All right.
He wasted all those years of Aaron Rodgers. But sure.
Don't do that. Sometimes your relationship just wear out.
Listen,
relationships wear out.
Right.
The newest
we're going through a rebuild, right? Giants are going through a rebuild. We'll be terrible this year too, right? But people forget Jason Garrett was a great offensive coordinator, which got him the job in the first place.
Of course, I wanted him to be this.
But see, here's the thing. What you're hitting on right there is some guys should only ever be destined for a specific job.
Ever.
They should never, ever go above that. Like Lane Kiffin should not be a head coach.
Never.
But he's a great offensive coordinator.
Perfect.
Flawless. Just like Pat Schumer. Pat Schumer should never be, he's a great quarterback coach.
100%. There is a lot of coaches out there like that. I mean, what's his name just got fired from the Pelicans? Alvin Gentry. He should never be a head coach. He's a phenomenal assistant coach. There's a lot of people out there like that.
Yep. Yep. But going back, that's my thing is that I won't wear teams in the same division. But honestly, you can wear whatever you want. Like I know Yankee fans, there's a lot of them who say, "I'll just never wear a Red Sox hat, but to wear a Blue Jays hat." And I'm like, that's just because the Blue Jays have sucked since you've been alive.
There's no specific anger directed at. You
would never wear that.
Yeah,
right? Like that would never be worn.
I wear like a lot of the areas like I've lived. When you lived in a few places I have, like you learn a lot. They're big parts of your life. You learn. So like even though the San Francisco Giants are mortal enemies of the Dodgers, I'll wear a Giants hat because I did grow up a lot of time in the Bay Area. You know what I mean? Like so like I have an affinity for them.
You could have picked the A's.
Oh no, I wear but see, I wear A's too because I was all over the Bay Area. Like that's my thing. Like it's just in you, and I love the Dodgers, and George will hate when I wear a Giants hat. But there's only hats I won't ever wear. Like I said, I won't wear any hats where the animals got weird eyes on it. I will not wear those, and I will never wear an Astros hat now. I will never wear anything Astros ever in my entire life because they did cheat on the Dodgers. I'm not mad that they cheated. They cheated. Cool. They cheated. I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping, but I'm not wearing it.
So here's my thing about the Astros, right? Is that, yes, they cheated baseball, but, like, in the same respect, the Pirates have been bad for so long, give or take 3 years. Why couldn't the Pirates cheat?
No. That's the thing. Hey, Justin, that's the thing.
That's a goddamn World Series ring.
We all would.
Justin. I'm not mad that they cheated. I wish the Dodgers would have cheated. I'm not mad that they cheated. They just beat the Dodgers by cheating, so I can't wear them.
Listen, 1988, it's not the same thing as the Cubs and the Red Sox with the wait they had 100 years or 90 years or whatever it was. Yep. But 1988 was a long time ago. Yes, I remember where I was when I watched it.
Facts.
So unlike a lot of people, they didn't get to see it when they were like a lucid human.
Saw it.
But still, it was a long time.
Hey, the Pirates haven't made the second round of the playoffs since Barry Bonds. Right?
It's been that long?
Before that, before the steroids. And then we haven't won anything since Roberto Clemente was alive. Yep. So, 79.
One of the best baseball stadiums, maybe the best baseball stadium in baseball.
That's a hell of a ballpark. I was there a couple years ago.
Yeah. So, the view is perfect, except, the owner sucks. So that's different story. We're going back to that. Yeah, it's just like, it's
right.
Like people are going to wear what they want. And it just is like I kind of think that loyalty to just your team now is kind of with the rivals, right? Like your biggest rival you won't wear, but I just have my own rule that I won't wear something in the same division.
All right.
Hockey is a little different because there's so many teams in the division before. But I'm a Islander fan. I'll never wear a Rangers hat, and I never have it.
Right on. Well, Justin, I appreciate you coming on, Justin, talking to us, man.
No, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I had a good time.
Oh, of course, man. We're going to talk again. We're going to definitely talk again another time.
Sounds good, guys. Bring me on.
All right. Have a good one, guys. All right, have a good one, Justin.
Take it easy, man.
Later, guys.
Don't mess with it, fam. It's going. It's pink. Just let it rip.
Okay. I was just making sure that I didn't click that right there and the audio went there. Appreciate Justin coming on talking to us about hats. That was dope. We good to hear about that. I wish I could have him a little bit longer to keep talking about hats.
This Kobe hate.
We got to get to Kobe hate. We got to get to stuff. I want to give a shout out real quick though.
Actually, I shouldn't say Kobe hate, but you know what I mean.
Shout out. So we got to do a top 10 as well. We got a lot of things. Actually, maybe not. We'll do a few things. Shout out to the Sneaker Savant. Okay, look at this. All right, look at that. These are cards that he sent us. It's like his version of trading cards. And, you know, this is the 824 series. And I'm going to tell you something. The presentation on this is just as good as I've ever seen for a pack of cards. Like, it's in the camera, right? Let me see it.
Yeah, I mean, put it a little bit closer and then put your hand, like, block your face. Like, block your face like that and it'll...
It came... like wrapped in plastic, just like a pack of cards, everything like this. This is like a complete set, I believe. And this is all dedicated to Kobe sneakers, Kobe himself, I believe, like even some of his family. It even has like the odds of like getting specific special cards on the back. And let me tell you something like this. When he first told me about this, and we're talking about sneaker cards, sneaker trading cards, you know, my first impression was like, you know, why would anybody want this or what? But then, you know what? I looked at it from a different aspect of this is a collector's thing. This is something that I said to myself, I appreciate somebody thinking of something, creating it, and actually doing it. You can pre-order it right now on his website. You can find the bio in his Instagram at the Sneaker Savant on Instagram. It's going to be on the screen right here. It's a pre-order and it takes 2 weeks to ship. So for those who can't wait a month and can't wait forever, 2 weeks to ship. This is a cool thing to have, especially if you've taken all the L's on every single thing Kobe related. It's a collector's thing. And I view this as just like when you sit there and go on Supreme and you buy a Supreme axe for whatever reason. You buy a Supreme canoe for whatever reason and you don't canoe and you have it in your room. This is a dope collector's thing. Me and George haven't opened them yet.
Owning Supreme accessories that you don't use or don't do anything is one of the dumbest things in the entire world, and I don't care. Anyone can come on the show and talk to me about Supreme because you are clowns.
Let me tell you something. I'm not mad. No, take them out. Open them. Let me see.
No, like, you were talking.
Well, I was going to open the package.
That's fine. But so my question is, are the things on the back, do you win something from him or what?
I don't think so. I think it's just something that you want to keep.
Because one of those says like 1 in 1,000, fam. That's kind of rare.
Yeah, I mean it's like very rare.
You don't win like a raffle with him or nothing.
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I can ask him about him and hit him up. But I want to tell you guys, I'm gonna open it up real quick. Dang, I wish we would have kept it open because it's hard to open. The packaging is A1. The box is high quality. This is a complete pack right here. It got packs like just like that. Cards are coming back in.
Let me see.
Will these hold any value? You can go ahead and have all those if you want.
Let me see one.
You can. Cards have come back. We've seen that. Will these hold any value in the future? I don't know. Will it hold any value because it's Kobe? Possibly. For me personally, what I'm excited about this is, like I said, is I love seeing people create. We talked about this. Maul came in here and talked about it. I love this. Like, it's something that someone had an idea and they said, I'm going to make these and you can buy this and put them in your sneaker room. You could buy these, put them in your Kobe room. You can do whatever you want with these. It's perfectly fine. I have seen other people post them. I guess he might have sent them out to other people. I seen other people post them and I wanted to wait to the podcast to open them up. They look fire. Like, it's a dope concept, and I'm very happy for him. Like, look at this, man. This is some high quality, fam. This is fire. This joint, dang it, I already bent the corners. Shoot. That's it. No value in Beckett. Look at that. No.
Beckett.
It got
Lucas Giolito threw a no-hitter tonight.
Look at this. Got Kobe when he was wearing the questions. And look at the gloss on that. Oh, I got the holographic. Got it. Fam, look at this. Fade to black sneaker. It got the information about the sneaker on the back.
Is this the one that's 1 in 1,000?
I don't know, man. The 1 in 1,000 is the golden ticket. It got the fade to black on here with the designer of the sneaker. It got the information of the sneaker. It has the Q code on the back, the 824. They're thick, high quality. Look at this. Crazy EQT 97. A lot of you people who are in the sneakers, some of you know, some of you don't know. Kobe's with Adidas at one point. He has the Adidas sneakers on the cards. Fam, these are clean. This must be Crazy 8s. I mean, actually, you know what? This is, Crazy 8s. I mean, sorry, KB 8s. These joints, I mean, come on. These are dope cards. I'm very happy for them. I think they're dope. I think Go ahead and get on the website, pre-order them, get your stuff. 2 weeks to ship. Put them in your room. You got Kobe stuff, put them in your room. You got Kobe jerseys, magazines, Lakers, put them in your room, man. These are dope. These are something just to keep. And if you got some of these sneakers, they'd be dope to put the card actually. And just look at the faded black. Look at that, man. Metallic and silver. Kobe 9s. They got the actual picture of like the actual shoe and an animation version on the front. I like these joints. These are dope, man. So I'm gonna probably keep half. I don't know if Jordan wants to take half, give them to your nephew or niece just to have, or keep for yourself, man. Put them in your room, man. But shout out to the Sneaker Savant. I really appreciate you sending these to us. He told me, he said, I wasn't sending you guys this for pre-promotion. I wanted to get your honest opinion about them. They're fire. They're dope. Collector's items. Put them in your sneaker closet. Put them in your room. You got all them Slam magazines. You got all them whatever magazines and stuff you keep for collector's items for whatever reason. Sports Illustrated, hats, whatever the case may be. These are dope. Shout out to him. George, do you have anything to say about sneakers or Kobe or Nike? Anything before I get started? Because I just want to make sure you get all what you want to say before I lose my mind.
I don't know. Recently, and some of the listeners might know, you know I've been making a cockhead list. And the cockheads... GOAT and StockX were definitely on there for the delays they've had. And GOAT, I told the story already, how the app doesn't mark the shoe correctly. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it. They did pay it out a couple days later, basically just acknowledging that it's like a write-off. So I appreciate them doing that, because someone told me that it's like a 30-day wait for that once you put the claim in. It only took a couple days. I appreciate it. Rona is out there. We totally understand. But sending these statements out, talking about like shipping, blaming UPS and stuff, and I'm not necessarily talking about GOAT specifically, but sending these statements out where you blaming, like, they like to say like logistics and stuff like that. Fam, we can see online when UPS delivers it to you. You don't have to say stuff like blaming it on UPS. You can just say, yo, we have issues right now with COVID. Everyone would understand if you were just honest with people. Now, there's obviously going to be a section of the population out there that still are going to thought out on social media and cry and complain and do whatever else. You can't stop that. Human nature. I said human nature earlier on a podcast with Justin. He disagreed. I actually think it is human nature, because if you look at technology, as things have grown, as humans get used to things, getting things faster, you had AOL internet. Whatever the internet was before AOL, people didn't like. Then you had high speed, people didn't like AOL. Then you had T1 line or whatever, people don't like high speed. You had satellite internet, cable internet, whatever. So someone is always going to complain regardless of what level of customer service you give them. My problem is, just be honest, fam. We understand COVID's going on right now. It's not that big a deal. Like, I'm not saying COVID's not a big deal. I'm saying it's not that big a deal to be honest.
Fam,
just say,
humble. It's perfectly fine to take an L, to be wrong, to be good with your customers.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And they sent me an email today about my shoe that's there, that's worded completely different than the press release they put out. So let's see. These delays are a result of operational precautions put in place due to COVID-19. 100% understand. Why wasn't this the statement that you put out to the media? Business Insider got some stuff from you where you blaming UPS. Fam, UPS has been working just fine the entire time. Them cats are just as much on the front lines as doctors and whoever else. Delivery people. Because guess what? If logistics didn't continue to happen, hospitals wouldn't get their masks. Hospital wouldn't get the medicine. And stuff trickles down. The patients wouldn't get their hand sanitizer. The patients wouldn't get their medicine. So let's not blame logistics out here, all right? Anyways, the cockhead list can continue on from them. Nike is definitely on the cockhead list. Has been added this week for the Kobe release. We talked about it a little bit when Justin was on the phone. When you're top 5, and the only reason I say top 5 is because you could say Jordan,
Serena,
LeBron, Agassi, Serena. Like, you go down the list of people Nike has sponsored or made signature athletes over the years. Kobe is definitely up there, but I don't necessarily want to just bump him. Obviously, number 1 is clear, Michael Jordan. But outside of number 1, there would be some debate about where you're at. Now, Kobe is undeniably in the top 5, but would he be 2, 3, 4, 5? I don't know. Either way, you have a top 5 athlete who passes before his time, and you don't make a collection available to everybody on his day. Now, I understand the Undefeated pack 100%. It makes sense to do a hot collab shoe that's brand new with arguably the number one Kobe supporter, boutique, whatever you want to call it. You know, they did the Back to the Future shoe.
Right.
I think there was something else they did prior to that. Obviously, they did the Kobe pack just last year, right? It was 19 or 18.
The Kobe 1s, the Kobe 4s pack.
Right, but I'm saying, like, you know, the one Devin Booker was wearing and whatnot. So they've done stuff in the past. But Undefeated is like the original Kobe partnership boutique.
Right.
So it makes sense to do that. But not allowing anyone who, like, these shoes are reselling for $600-700 on social media. And you guys know, listeners, that I've always been the person who just says, if you can make a business out of nothing, by all means, I'm not going to stop you from, like, I'm not going to knock your hustle. If you can make money selling Kobe shoes, that's absolutely fine. Because the brand is the one that has created
I'm not mad at
this.
resellers.
You're right. I'm just saying,
People
it goes
are-
hand in hand.
Right, and people are thinking it's resellers. I'm not mad at resellers.
The shoes are $600-700. The reason I bring the price up is
Right.
because the fan can't get that. Like, I got a text today. I sent the Undefeated raffle to somebody who's not even a sneakerhead, lives in, like, right near Beaverton, so has friends who work at Nike, and said he tried to get the Nike plug for Kobe's. They said no. Fam. What is going on, man? We really need to, like, I think someone from Nike, and obviously we know Phil Knight doesn't care, and the people at the top of the company don't care because they're rich, but somebody needs to make a statement about why these things continue to happen. We know partially the answer is, if you continue to build hype, people will buy from your brand forever. We understand that. We don't need people to come in here, and I don't need anyone to tell me how economics works. I don't need anyone to come in here and tell me how hype works. None of that. I know exactly how that works. But there are certain exceptions you make under certain circumstances, and one of your top 5 signature athletes passing away is one of those things. The jersey was even limited. The jersey wasn't even available to everybody. It's absolutely insane to me, and Nike 100% goes on the cockhead list.
Fam. I mean, you touched on pretty much a lot of stuff I'm going to touch on, but I'm probably going to touch on it a little differently. Fam, there are 2 groups of people that I do not want to hear from after what we talk about or what we said or anything like that. I don't want to hear from the economist sneakerhead. Fam, I understand supply and demand. I understand that. Fam, do you know how many people are like, fam, well, you got to understand the micro and the macroeconomics of the supply and demand, how you want it.
A lot of people don't understand that, though. Like,
no. A lot of people don't.
resellers,
A lot of people don't.
heads.
A lot of
I'm just
people
saying,
don't.
yeah.
But, like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear from this other group of new people that I just found. There's these group of stock collector sneakerheads who are actually telling people you should have never sold them in the first place. If you were really a Kobe fan, you should have already had them. Fam.
Well, the Undefeated pack didn't exist.
No. I'm talking about just your Kobe's in general. Fam, do you know how many Kobe's we've had and we've sold?
Yeah.
I'm literally double digits of Kobe's we've had and sold, okay? Fam, I'm not even joking. Anybody comes around me and says, fam, you shouldn't have sold the ones you had. No joke. Scrapping on site. I'm not even hands on site. Do not tell me what I shouldn't have done due to something. Nobody anticipated what happening. Nobody was wearing basketball sneakers like that. I'm not even joking. Somebody says that to me in person, or I see dust is in the air, like dust. I'm not even joking. That's 1. 2, fam, like we talked about a little bit earlier, I'm angry, but I think I'm a little bit more disappointed in myself because I think a part of me still thought, nah, Nike ain't gonna do this. Nah, they gonna do something for us. Like, it makes you think that, like, you know, okay, maybe not all the sneakers, like, maybe something, you know, they gonna throw maybe one on the ID real quick, or like the jersey, you can pre-order it, some t-shirts, some hoop shorts, something that you can do.
Listen, here's the thing about the pre-order. Because we've had people tell us, you know, materials are limited, yada, yada, yada. If you do a pre-order, guess who's not buying? Resellers. Only the people who want the shoe are buying if it's a pre-order and everyone can get it. So guess what? The numbers are only the end user, not everyone.
There are things, like you said, you make an exception for. You can talk about, which we've talked about on this podcast. You could talk about, so you can serve every single group who is a part of Kobe's legacy growing up with Kobe. You can serve the Laker fan. You can serve just the person who likes Kobe. You can serve the person who is the sneakerhead. You can serve just the casual basketball fan. You can serve the Knicks fans, the Celtics fans who hated Kobe but respect Kobe.
I'm
You
sure
can
there
serve
are Celtics fans who buy Kobe.
Fam, you can service everyone by doing something right. Okay, I can't fathom for the thought. Like I said, I really thought that. I felt it, and I said, you know what? If I don't get any of this stuff, I can't do anything the rest of the year with this, because like, you know what it was? It was like you lose out on the shoes. Okay, I lost out on that. I don't know how many raffles I did for the big stage joints. Lakers, fam, I'm in Chic, I'm on Jimmy J, fam, I'm everywhere. I'm on stuff that I haven't touched in years. Okay, just throwing out raffles, multiple, anything I can do to get one. Okay. And then, you know what? It takes you back. It makes me think. And it might sound, and you know, for those who think that are being extremely dramatic or like, oh, this is sneakers. Like, oh, fam, you know what? You're not in this culture. You don't understand that if you're in the sneaker community somewhat and you think anybody's being dramatic or people are being ridiculous about this, fam, you're just a spectator. You're not a part of the culture. All right. Makes me think about being outside camping, working hard, doing stuff like that. You watch the NBA playoff games, man, fam, I'd probably say 75% of the players on the court were wearing Kobe's, any of the colors, like Kobe's. And it takes me back to that thought process of back when you used to watch the NBA and you see people wearing stuff that you wanted. You can't even do that anymore. Like, I'm talking like, fam, I just look and I can't get any of this. Like, I can't get any of this. Looking at this pack of cards right now that I opened, if they retroed all these Nike, I might not, you might not, a lot of us might not get any if they do the exact same thing again. That is an unfathomable thing to think when it comes to Kobe Bryant, who, fam, you're thinking of 2020. Kobe Bryant's death was probably the first thing of 2020 that really shifted stuff. COVID was out there, but it was strictly only in the China area at the moment. This was the first earth-shattering thing for the year. So, like, the possibility of you being able to have something for that and you really don't have the possibility of it, I'm sorry, I don't want to use the word devastating, but it sucks. Like, it sucks to think that, like, fam, we were glued. The world was glued to the TV seeing this situation, unfortunate situation. It sucks. Lakers fans, basketball fans, sports fans, human beings, everybody, it sucks. And then you know what really, really sucks? Like, fam, like, I'm talking, you want to talk about like a dagger, like, bah, like a dagger, like just that's it. We're talking about the year 2020, okay? You talked about it many times. We both talked about it many times. Nike is and will be forever the greatest marketing company of all time. History. In 2020, which some consider...
They just made a video with Drake.
Fam, in the year 2020...
The song, what did the song have to do with sports, by the way?
In the year 2020.
I still don't understand that.
The year 2020, which a lot of us would consider 2020 the worst years of our entire lives, outside of any personal tragedies we might have had growing up. Nike has created two of the greatest commercials of all time. Not greatest Nike commercials, greatest commercials of all time. The one where the editing and the video and the body
changes from one sport to another.
That commercial is phenomenal. Then I'm watching basketball. After I took all these losses on Kobe's, I'm watching basketball. And my wife is laying across me. I'm watching TV. Then the Kobe commercial come up. Fam, that commercial, both those commercials, okay? The commercial, it's the mindset of it. We talked about it when we talked about our Kobe episode, being better. That was the whole thing about what resonated with me and Kobe, me personally. It said, be a better winner, be a better mentor, be a better friend, be a better winner, be a better leader, be a better nation, be a better person, be a better father. Fam, those joints touch us as human beings. Rocio was laying on me watching that. We were watching that together. Fam, she was bawling her eyes out. Seeing the close-up of him and his daughter. Fam, and it's narrated by what some might be considered one of the greatest rappers of all time, and Kendrick Lamar, who has one of the most distinct, unique voices you will ever hear. When he ran back, be a better father, better father, better father, better father. Fam, those commercials touch you in a way that you have never on a television, okay? Period. Gives you chills, makes you teary-eyed. So, for those who take that, I understand what the commercial was trying to do. The commercial was trying to resonate in us, the mama mentality. Be better, get better, be a better person, be a better this, us, all of us, be better. it would be really dope if I could be better wearing a pair of Kobe's. It would. It essentially would. Those are two of the greatest commercials of all time. So it's like the dagger, like you lost on all those. Turn it and you watch this. Those are commercials you can watch multiple and multiple. I could watch those commercials anytime. That's how masterful they are. They never miss in marketing when it comes to that. So I don't want to say anything ridiculous like I'm disrespected. No, I feel like they disrespected all of us. All of us. Like I feel like Nike is a part of our lives. Fam, those commercials, you know what they also say? Even though they're commercials that are built to touch us as human beings, the subliminal message is in the background. You know what the subliminal message is? We're Nike, we're the best, we're better. You wear us, you're the best. You wear us, you're a part of this. You wear us, you can look like LeBron. You can play like LeBron. You can be Serena. You can be all this. You can be Kyrie. You can be all of these. Yeah, I mean, you wear our brands.
The ironic part about all the commercials is they, you have a marketing department to sell your products. They don't need to sell. They don't need to sell
There isn't a single
products.
Sneaker in those commercials. They're not showing a sneaker. They're not showing your jersey. You might see a few t-shirts, a few shorts, a few logos here and there,
sure.
But there is nothing on there saying this is coming out next. Doesn't have to. That's how good it is. So then when you make me feel that way, you make me say, dang, that's why I rock with Nike. That's why we've camped out. That's why we've sat outside. We have never, none of us, nobody, few people, New Balances here and there. We sat outside for Nikes. You stayed the night outside for Nikes. You crossed state lines for Nikes. You took airplanes for Nikes. I can't buy a Nike? No. You be better, Nike. Don't you tell me to be better. You want me to be a better father, better leader, better husband, better leader, better winner, better this, better that, better that. You be better. You be better. You know what's even crazier? You said the thing about Adidas that. Let me tell you something. No matter how trash Adidas designs are, they're trying their best. But you know what? One thing that Adidas has always consistently done has tried to make it somehow better, whether we can or can't. They at least put on the show that they're trying to make it better for us to cop. It makes absolutely no sense. You know what sneakers does? Sneakers now adds ridiculous nonsense into like, let's see what's in this person's closet. Fam.
Oh, yeah, the videos are terrible.
Let me explain something to you. I bet majority of stuff in their closet, they didn't get off sneakers. Nobody can win off sneakers, so it doesn't matter. You know what they put on there? You know what I sent you? I sent you a poll question. You know what the poll question said? A poll question for the green Air Max 1s. Are you going to keep these pristine, or are you going to beat them up? Fam, am I going to get them? What are you asking me what I'm going to do with them? Can I get them?
The worst part about what they've been doing recently is where they seed someone and they film the person being seated, like the pair shows up at their doorstep like 2-3 weeks.
They did that with the Bear Metacon things.
Hold on. I understand that. They seed someone 2 to 3 weeks or whatever before the person gets the shoe. The people on there are nobodies. Now, there might be someone out there who knows them. They might be an artist. They might be... Fam, I think I looked on some of those IGs of the people getting seated. They have like 4,000 followers. 5,000. Like, what is going on here, man? Nike, you guys are promoting seating nobodies.
I don't understand it. Like you said, enough is enough. Do you know that there are people, a lot of people that are close to our age, people a little bit younger than us? Do you know we're watching The Last Dance and we're looking at sneakers that some people have never owned yet and tried to? There are people who've never owned a pair of Chicago's, a pair of Bread Ones. You know why? We still can't get those. There are people who have never gotten a Bread One yet, tried to for retail. I can get them anywhere else for 500, 600, 700, 1,000, 2,000. I could if I want to, but fam, it doesn't make any sense anymore. There is no sneakerhead. There is no level of understanding in which, you know what, I get it, business. Fam, I swear to God, if economic sneakerhead messages me, but you got to understand, they want to retro it again. You would shut, fam. I don't curse. I'm doing my best not to curse, okay? I have no interest in the reasoning of why you didn't make this available to us somehow. You are Nike. You can do a pre-order. Period. Now, they might have that ready for us down the road. I don't know, but this is today. I'm mad today.
Yeah, but they remain on the cockhead list until that happens.
Fam, I'm not buying another. I'm not doing...
You buying if there's a pre-order. You are.
That's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Different. I am not doing a raffle for nothing. I am not trying for the Undefeated pack. I'm not doing any of it because you know what? We talked about this. If you and I sleep through a drop, we're not mad. When I try, when you try, when we all try on sneakers, no matter what it is, there's a little bit of something in us that thinks...
Oh, of course you do.
A little bit.
That's normal. You go to Vegas and you gamble, you think you're going to win.
You think you're going to win, but you know what I've learned? I won't feel that way if I just don't even bother with it. Why bother with it? Why be mad at the loss? I can't take a loss with it if I didn't even bother with it. I only get mad when I think, for a long period of time, even now just a little bit, it became where I just don't like to lose. I wanted that and you said no to me? Ha! That's what it became at one point. No. I'm not doing that to myself psychologically anymore. It is psychologically draining. I said a Kobe loss will feel worse than any other loss because you feel like they should be responsibly taking care of us. There are plenty of people on social media mad about this. A lot of people are mad about this. Like you said, somebody needs to say something. We tried. We wanted to. This happened. We have plans. We wanted. Somebody needs to say something. All right. And I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to. Somebody needs to say something because it doesn't make any sense. Like it's like a drug dealer telling the addicts, fam, I only got one bag left. What y'all gonna do for it? What y'all gonna do for it? Fam, we have a spoken, we have a podcast, 200 plus episodes, a spoken allegiance to Nike product. Like, we do. Sounds crazy, but we do. We will always prefer Nike over everything else.
We're about to do a top 10 when most of the shoes in there are probably going to be Nike.
Damn.
You going to change your list, all the Reeboks now?
No, because, I have a Reebok in there, but it's just, you could have done something for us. Nike could have done something for us this time. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about.
I'm not listening to any arguments about blah 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 just because it's Kobe Bryant. It's a top 5. Like if some golfer who they sponsored, like say Rory McIlroy, knock on wood, Rory McIlroy passed away. There would be a small fraction of his fans or people who play golf that would be very upset that he passed away or whatever, and people would know, oh yeah, he's a signature Nike athlete. Fam, he would have been like 50 on the list of signature Nike athletes. Now, I'm just making that up, spitballing, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, matter of fact, on my earlier top 5 thing, I didn't bring Tiger up. So it's probably Jordan, Tiger number 2, then LeBron, Kobe, Agassi, whoever fighting for the next spots.
Serena.
Anyways, sure. Serena would be lower because she doesn't have a signature shoe that people want to go crazy for. When Off-White did the collab, everyone was like, I want all the Serena Off-White shoes. No, but
it just wasn't. It was a tennis.
That's the whole point. It's not a Kobe. So, but anyways, to go back to what I'm saying, one of your top 5 athletes of all time passed away. I understand why you want to keep the hype train going 364 rest of the days of the year. This is Kobe Bryant. I mean,
what's the expiration date for let us have something?
I'm trying to think of an example of someone with a different, like if Allen Iverson passed away, Reebok would be in the streets handing out questions out.
Fam, it would be flooded. It would be, first of all, the streets are already flooded with questions right now. Like,
sure.
I mean, what is the expiration date on? You know what? And we've talked about this. I said this about Red One's episode 10, whatever episode. They should be readily available, a black Red Jordan 1. Like, there's no reason why we should still be fighting for a black Red Jordan 1. You can make all the colors you want limited. You can make any. There is no reason why we should.
I mean, I don't know if it should be around year round, but yeah, like one pre-order a year or one pre-order every 2 years.
You know what I mean? Yes. Like for those. Now, and I'm not saying that like that should be for every single Kobe. I'm not saying that for every single Kobe.
No, you just do it just for this.
Something. You gotta give us something. You have to give us the opportunity to have something.
I mean, what the Kobe pre-order would have made sense. You get all the Kobe's in one.
Fam, the pack, not maybe not undefeated, but a pack. We could get a Lakers colorway and a home and away, something. You can't tell me you can't do it. You are Nike. You can literally do anything. Nike has told us we can just do it. Just do it. Do something. You can't make us with your marketing and your everything that you've done. You can't make us want something so bad to outside of their signature athlete, one of the top athletes in the history we grew up with. We saw him get drafted out of high school. We saw his wife pregnant. Like, we were there.
We saw bad stuff too.
We saw the good stuff, the bad stuff. We saw it all. Are we strangers? Of course, we're still strangers. But when you see somebody like that on TV, man, you feel like, you know what? He taught us stuff. Nike has taught us stuff. Nike has made us feel things. You can't make me feel something and say, sorry, sold out. That bubble that popped up, the sold out, you know, when it says pending, and then you like, maybe you hit the got it, and you think it, and that pops. Fam, no joke, almost broke the phone in half, like half, like a stick. Like, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, and now I got the jersey. But like I told you earlier, I'm almost a 40-year-old man. I ain't walking around wearing a jersey. Am I keeping it? Of course I'm keeping it because it might be the only Kobe thing that I actually able to get. They gotta do better. They gotta figure it out. Like that's as simple as what it is. I feel like we've all been disrespected as just human fans of Kobe basketball, sneakers, whatever. This isn't a sneakerhead thing. This is a person thing. Like that commercial, fam, come on. To just do better or say something. Tell us something. Put out a statement. To social media out there, you can put out a statement, and we would have loved to serve every single person, but due to this, we had already created production. Whatever we promised, the next release will be for everyone. Make me feel comfortable, like, oh man, I can't wait for the next one. At least make me excited about the, oh, thank goodness they said that, because I could get the Kobe 4s or 5s, 6s, whatever comes out next. Like, whatever. I have a chance. I feel like I don't have a chance ever.
Well, the funniest thing about it is pretty much every Kobe since 8 has sat. I mean, outside of like, you know, an HTM or a
couple of 11s, lows, right?
Every has sat. Like you could walk in a store, get it, or get it for a discount code. You know what I mean? Like when I bought those Barcelona 11s or whatever colorway, whatever that was, I made sure that I had a code first before I bought it. And I had a gift card too. Like, so it was like, I think I paid like 80 out of pocket.
Do better. Something. Act like you care about us. Just a little bit.
I mean, just have some common sense. Like, be reasonable, have common sense. I just don't, like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't understand. We talk about stats and stuff like that a lot on here. Like, I don't understand the forecasters. Like, don't they have people to say, like, this? Like, don't they? Like, I would assume.
We've talked about that
isn't
before.
Isn't that your marketing department? Your marketing department has to be the one that says, like, man, this LeBron sneaker, do we put a lot of money behind this? I don't think anybody's really gonna go for it. We're gonna put it out there. It's LeBron. Somebody in the room has to say, man, this is Kobe. Make a billion pairs.
All right, let's do the top 10 because this stuff is stopping too much.
All right, man, let's do this. Like I said, Nike, do better. Say something. Whatever, man. Like, all right, you want to do this top 10?
Yeah, we got to do it before this.
All right, we got to do this for this, man. I'm going to tell you, listen, we've had a rough day in here, all right? Technology, things are happening. I don't know what's going on with the audio, with the video. Things are just weird right now. Is it still recording video?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Like, this video might not have any video or audio. We might have just did nothing today, okay? This is the finale of our top 50 sneakers. We are now doing 10 through 1. This is our top 10. If you've listened to this podcast, we've done the other rest on the other episodes. Check out the other episodes if you want, but this is our top 10. George, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first since
you sure
went first last time.
Go first, George.
And you're already ready and angry to yell, so.
Continue to check on that
Number
camera.
10, Kobe, speaking of, 6, Grinch.
Too low.
It's in the top 10. I mean...
Oh, not that low.
It's in the top 10.
It's not that low.
Number 9, Air Tech Challenge 2 Hot Lava.
Way too low.
It's in the top 10, fam.
No, that's a top 5.
It's in the top 10. Let me see how many Nike shoes I got on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'll give it away if I say too many of them, but okay.
Lava's being that low is way too low. Lavas are top 5, and to me, a top 3 sneaker of all time.
Number 8.
I got it in 5, though.
Jordan 4 White Cement.
Fine.
Well, that's because you disrespect black cement. That's the only reason you saying that.
I had, yeah.
Number 7. Gregory's also going to say too low. New Balance 999 Kennedy Concepts collab.
Not too low. Perfect.
Well, not Kennedy Concepts collab. New Balance Concepts collab. Kennedy.
Not too low.
Number 7.
It's good.
Number 6. Air Max 1 Atmos Elephant. Number 6.
Way too high.
Nope. I mean, you probably have it like 9 or 10 or 11 or something. Like
I had it at number 12, I think.
Like 5 spaces away.
It matters.
Relax.
Top 5 and top 10 are dramatic.
It matters. It's 5 spaces away. Number 5, Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. I think you said it already.
Yeah, a long time ago. That's way too high.
No, not a long time ago.
Man, that's a long time ago. It was in my 30s, I think.
Nah, look at your list.
It was in my 30s.
You probably don't even have the whole list right there.
I do.
Number 4, Air Max 1 OG Red.
I got 97s at 36.
Well, you smoking. You probably had golds pretty close.
Wait, what'd you just say?
OG Red Air Max 1, number 4.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Air Max 90 Hyperfuse Red. Like,
Man, relax.
What?
I said that a long time ago. I said
right.
that like in the bottom 10.
I'm glad you at least have that in the top 4.
Man, relax, bro.
Because I thought I was like, oh, I swear to God,
control.
George's going to try to put blue in there.
This is the one you're going to get upset about. I'll just let you know ahead of time. But it is behind the other one that you said, it better be behind the other one. Number 3, Jordan 1 Union Black Toe.
Jordan 1 Union should not be in the top 50.
To the troposphere.
I don't know what's up with you,
what?
man. It shouldn't be in top 50, dude. And it definitely shouldn't be in top 10.
The top 50, man.
I don't know.
What?
Maybe not top 50. What was my argument last time?
Damn,
We argued it. We argued it, and I posted. I don't know if it was top 10 or top 50. I argued.
And then you were like, "Oh yeah, it should definitely be a top 10 shoe of all time, but not
top. Not top 10. No.
You said something.
Union 1 should not be in top 10 shoes all
You
time.
said something like that.
Period. And I don't even know if I think top 50.
Well, then you're changing your mind again, being a flip flopper.
No, because I posted something I argued. I can't remember because you were gone for a very long time, so I can't remember. But go ahead.
Damn, if you don't chill out, you're already known as a flip flopper online. I don't think you want to
How?
the profile.
I ain't flip flopped on nobody.
What are you talking about? You flip flop on shoes all the time. You are a king flip flopper. People call you flip flop on Instagram.
When have I flip flopped on a shoe?
What, man? I'm gonna let the listeners answer that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna. It's like meet with you at Nike. I'm not gonna bother with you. Number 2, Jordan 1 Band. I'm not saying bread. You can call it black, red, whatever you want.
What on earth is your number 1?
You already know what number 1 is. So number 2.
I thought that was your number 1.
Number 2, Jordan 1, black, red, band, whatever you want to call it. In my personal opinion, the band with the X is the best one that came out.
Black, red.
I don't understand, but I don't say bread. I don't do that because that's corn and also young kid sneakerheads. That's not people that's had the shoe in 1994, been buying shoes since they were 9, 10 years old. And like 9, 10 years old, like Jordan 4s, Jordan 3s, 9, 10 years old. Not like... Huh?
That good?
Man...
Cornbread.
Number 1 of all time. The listeners obviously know it is obviously Jordan 1 pink. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if you would have said Jordan 1...
I got to get you down.
First of all, I thought your number 1 was Band 1s.
No.
I thought that was...
Number 2. It's not, fam.
If you would have said Russ Pinks,
Pinks ain't on there.
No joke. I'm not doing my top 10.
I got to get you off the list. I mean, off the ledge. That's the only way to add some...
Fam, I have no idea what your number 1 is.
Yes,
man.
you do.
No, I don't.
When I say this, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, duh. Number 1, are you off the ledge yet? Was that pink joke good enough or no?
Fam, what is your number 1?
Number 1, Jordan 4, black cement.
You got Jordan 4 black cement over those?
Yes, best shoe of all time, period.
This is why your list and everything never makes any sense to me. Because, like...
No, it's not.
Your
It always
list,
makes sense.
Your list is half personal, half would wear, half nostalgic, half... Like, it's like...
No, it's literally the best 50 shoes, to me, of all time. Now, there were some mistakes.
Fam,
We've gone through this already in the 40 through 49 or whatever, 32. There are some mistakes.
I had to make you wear Bread 4s. Okay, literally.
I haven't worn them yet. I wore white cement 4s.
You haven't even worn them yet, and you got them as your... Fam, I had no idea that was your number 1.
Damn, I had them as a child. Original pair from 1989.
Facts, which is why I'm sitting there saying... Half your
Most of
list,
the people that buy shoes,
half your list,
all the
half
people who
your
want,
list,
you know what?
half your
all
list.
the people who want on sneakers for Kobe's today, yesterday, whatever, they were born after 1989. So
we're not talking about Kobe's right now. No.
I'm just saying, like,
half your list is nostalgia. Half your list is what you'd wear.
no, it's not. It's
It's
literally all shoes that I would wear now that are top 50 shoes of all time. That's it. What it is.
Jordan 4s are wearable.
What are you talking?
That's
I
the reason
own
why
them. If I didn't think they were wearable, I wouldn't own it. I own no shoes that are not wearable.
No.
Why do you think I'm selling Nike SBs right now?
You weren't wearing your Jordan 4s at all. You just wore your white cement, and that was by force. I forced
You act like they came out 20 years ago. They came out last year. What do you want?
I want Band 1 to be your number 1.
And matter of fact, we just started wearing short Onyx anyways and longer socks. So chill out.
You got 2
Fam,
Jordan 4s in your top 10. White cement and black cement.
You're right. Those are my 2 favorite shoes of all time. 2 grails. And if it was a favorites list, they would be 1 and 2.
Then it should have been 1 and 2.
No, because it's best 50 shoes.
You just said those are 2 grails.
Matter of fact, short Onyx and everything else It's been pandemic. Where am I going wearing this? You angry because I haven't worn nothing during a pandemic?
Fam, you been out.
Where am I? Where? I played golf last Sunday. The first thing I've done since June, and before that, first thing I've done since like March. And I wore Air Max 97, unds Air Max 97 golf on Saturday. Yep.
High roller. Just going
All
still.
right, man. If you don't stop asking me that,
Fam, don't act like it ain't. When stuff don't shut down. This is my top 10 sneakers ever to me. Number 10, Yeezy 350 V2 Zebras. Stop it.
oh, you smoking Sherm.
No, you are smoking Sherm. The
You put
Yeezy
a
V2.
V2 350 in your top 10 shoes of all time. What in the world?
A Yeezy 350 V2 should be in everyone's top 10. This is this
No, it
sneaker.
should
This
not
sneaker
be.
sells out weekly. All right, this sneaker every week. All
What does
right,
that matter?
weekly. But
If
fire
they released V1s would sell out faster.
A fire model.
The only reason V2s keep selling out is because they haven't made a V3 yet. If they release Aliens, it would sell out every week. It doesn't matter what he can make a piece of dookie.
I don't care.
He just did make a piece. He made a rubber white thing that looks like a skeleton, and people
Sold
paying
out.
$600 for it.
Fam,
You not putting that on a top 50 list? Get out of here with zebras, man.
are you trying to tell me zebras suck or something?
Yes. Actually, no. I'm not gonna say that. They don't suck, but they suck, but they don't suck. That's the category. That's the category. it
Zebras
belongs
are
in.
probably the number 1 and number 2 out of all the Yeezy V2s.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Belugas is higher.
Belugas is number 1. Zebras is number 2.
Well, you better have Belugas.
Or no, I don't.
Well, there you go.
This is to me. Don't tell me what. Don't tell me that.
All the ones that came out with the stripe, better. The like red stripe,
No, not
white
better than
stripe,
Yeezys.
better.
No.
The black, all
Not better
black
than
with the
Zebras.
red writing.
No, not better.
Yeah.
Oh, what those ones? Those are supremely overrated. And digital clock Yeezys. Like, don't do that. Look, number 9.
Just because you gave a shoe a nickname doesn't mean it's low.
Number 9, Reebok Question
Digital
Pearlized Red Toes. Top 10 sneakers all time.
At least I understand why you put that on the list. I have no idea why you put zebras on there.
You're a crazy person. Number 8, Kobe 6 Grinch. Probably the greatest basketball sneaker of all
Literally
time.
yelled that 10 was too low.
I did. I looked at my list, and I looked at my list, and I said, "Oh, it's all right." I looked at it. I said that.
shoot yourself
Number
off this
7,
planet, huh?
New Balance 999 Kennedy Concepts, fam.
I'm surprised it's not number 1.
No, it shouldn't be. It's my favorite sneaker of all time.
Oh, so you can acknowledge the difference.
Fam, my list has been that.
No, it hasn't. Your list has been nostalgic the entire time.
So you know what? Both our lists are trashed in.
No, it's not. My list is literally shoes that are fire and still can be worn
Number
today.
6, SB Dunk Blue Lobsters.
That's way too high. I don't even have it on top 50.
Of course you don't, because you super disrespectful to SBs when you should be the most respectful of
I
them.
have 6 SBs on my list of the top. More than 10% of my list is SBs. What are you talking about?
Fam,
and,
SBs,
and 5 dunks and 1 blazer.
SBs held you down for a large majority of your life, and they're holding you down now. You've literally thrown them to the
You
fire
just-
so you could go buy an elephant print and a Union 1. You've thrown them to the fire so you could buy a Travis Scott 1.
They don't.
You've disrespected
They don't
your
fit.
SBs.
Number 1, they don't fit. Number 1.
Please, do some
Why would
feet
I wear?
workout. Work your feet out, B. Fam, you just disrespected Nike skateboard for Travis Scott lows.
You just got done yelling about F Nike, and now you talking about Nike skateboard. What is that division different?
Don't do that.
I mean, it's division
Don't
different.
do that. Don't switch the argument.
I'm not switching nothing. I'm asking.
Nah, that's what girlfriends
You think
do.
any
Switch
of
the
them?
argument.
You
Don't do
think
that.
you think purple Nike SB lows is worth $1,000 and better than Travis Scott? You smoking, huh?
Number 5, Jordan 11.
Or mint reds, whatever you want to talk about. Not better.
Number 5, Jordan 11 Concords.
Yeah, that's fine.
One of the the most recognizable sneaker in sneaker history. Period. Don't most
3s and 4s have argument, and
no.
1s. Yeah, 1s got argument too.
most recognizable sneaker in sneaker history.
All
Jordan
those
11
shoes got-
Concord.
All those shoes got arguments. Fam, they just literally did a documentary about Jordan, and only shoe people cared about in the entire documentary is red toes.
Most
Chicago's. That's it.
recognizable. My mom knows Concords. All right, our aunts, our mamas, our
Only people
grandmas
that
know Concords.
is Get Money Boys. All right.
Okay. Number 4, Air Tech Challenge 2 Lavas. Do not disrespect Air Tech Challenge 2 Lavas by having them in the bottom half of your top 10.
Man, if you don't relax.
do that. Number 3, Penny Foamposite 1 Blue. Period. What? That's what I thought. Number 2.
I sigh at you.
Number You're a moron.
I never argue with that. That's one thing I definitely never argued with. Argued about. Ain't gonna make that argument.
Number 2.
Hannah agree with you too.
Number 2. Air Max 1 Reds. Number 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jordan 1 Black Red Band.
Where did you have black cements? That's all I want to know.
Black cement 4s?
Yes.
Oh. Hold on.
Because if you don't have it on your list, then you need to apologize to everybody.
Black cement 4s.
Yep.
I have black cement 4s at 23. Jordan 23.
Oh, well, I had a Jordan. Fam, what? I thought you glitched. I thought you Kawhi glitched out.
Hit that back. What? Hit it back.
I had a Jordan at 23 too. Don't act like you special, though.
Imagine shooting, yelling Kobe on Sneakers app.
I should have had Kobe at 8 and 24. That would have made sense.
That's what I want to do to Sneakers app. Kobe! Pow! That's what I want to do. Not that.
The worst thing Sneakers app ever did was make it so you could do it on your computer, because that's when all the bots came in. If they still made it where you needed to do it on a phone, use a phone number, and use either your finger or eyeballs or whatever, it will be more fair.
Recap your list.
They messed it up.
They meant to do that. We didn't recap.
We normally do that when we're done, I think. 10, Grinch. 6. 9, AirTech Challenge 2, Hot Lava. 8, Jordan 4, White Cement. 7, New Balance 99 Concepts, Kennedy. Number 6, Atmos Elephant Air Max 1. Number 5, Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. Number 4, Air Max 1 OG Red. Air Max 1 OG Red. I don't know if I said that or not. Number 3, Union 1. Man. Number 3, Union 1 Black Toe. And I hope I get the release coming up, and I hope the prices stay high, and I could trade it for a Union 1. Number 2, Jordan 1 Band Black Red, what you want to call it. But if you call it bread, eat some bread.
I'm not even helping friends cop Nike. That's how mad.
Oh, you gonna help me?
What's this? Is it still good?
Man.
Number 10, Yeezy 350 V2.
Number 1, Black Jordan 4 Black Cement.
Oh, that's right. I thought your number 1 was Band, which it should have been. Number 10, Yeezy 350 V2 Zebra.
Band.
Number 9, Reebok Question Paralyzed Red Toe. Number 6, Kobe 6 Grinch. Number 8, Kobe 6 Grinch. Number 7, New Balance 999 Kennedy Concept. Number 6, SB Dunk Blue Lobster. Number 5, Jordan 11 Concords. Number 4, AirTech Challenge 2 Lava. Number 3, Foam Posit 1 Blue Pennies. Number 2, Air Max 1 Red OG. And number 1, Jordan 1 Band Red, Black Red, whatever you want to call it. Number 1, greatest sneaker of all time to me, to you. It should have been, but you did Black Cement 4 because you just want to be contrary.
No, because it's the best shoe.
I'm trained. You ready to go home?
Craig Elo shot, dunk contest, flying. Black Cement 4 to me.
Jordan 1 Black Reds got banned. Okay. Banned.
It was the first shoe. If the 4 would have been the first shoe, and then they made that black and red, the league would have banned that one too.
Banned.
Whatever.
Pure leather. Between the leg. Celtics. 63. Sorry.
Whatever.
You know what Bird said after that game? Bird said, yo. That's what he said.
I think he said that while it was happening. But
He said, it's clearly the best player in basketball right now. Whatever he said. I saw the interview. Anyways, you got anything else, George? That's the sneak diss. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow. I really had really high hopes of posting this without any issues. You know how hard it is going to be edit this now? Even the audio.
it's going to be easy.
Please. Bye, pow, pow.